Sorry, give me 1 more second. I had to drink some water. Right, launching game. This shit takes so long to launch, dude. Holy, come on. I forgot to switch to game capture. Embarrassing. Uh. Okay. Right now, all we've got is rescuing the hand of the inheritor. Um. And that'll give us access to the last thing we need for Nenio's quest. Sorry, I was adjusting my fan. Um, yeah, so we'll get the last thing we need for Nenio's quest from the intellectual prison, and then after that, we just have the bladesmith workshop, which is actually not on the way to Is, and then Is, and retaking Is will open up a bunch of shit for us. So, off to the intellectual prison. It'll take us 2 days. Ooh. Hi. Oh, she's fucking acing these stealth checks now. Oh, I saw that Camellia wants to talk. Fire spells deal additional 46 damage. Yeah, that sounds fucking crazy. Grim Druid followed the howl. Fiery creatures come from the depths of Baphomet's flame, demanding to be set free. Druid released the flaming monsters, drawing upon their remaining power to fill the unholy relic with bestial rage. Oh, logistics EXP boosted like crazy. Sorry, I was sneezing. Just trying to get rid of these notifications. Alright, so we have Camellia's next. Ooh, okay. We still have a bit to go before we're military 8. But otherwise, we're leadership and diplomacy 8. And... well, who knows how close we are to logistics 8. To the inelectable prison we go. An angel can fall? Does that mean a demon can ascend? Yes. Looks at Ursula. Yep, she did dare do that.
Rules are made to be broken.
We will win this war.
It's time to act! I'm gone.
Why do we have a will saving throw? Obelisk of Crushing Despair. -2 on everything.
Save the last one for me. Oh,
She did not care.
Don't hold back!
I will resist.
Ooh, almost.
I'll cut you wide open.
Pathetic.
I'm prepared. I'll prove I'm the best.
Chaotic, Outsider Bane. Your weapon enchant? Chaotic Outsider. Okay, cool. Religion 33. She should pass that easily.
I hope you appreciate this.
Bloodgush is down and never an extreme. Unlikely that is coming came from the prisoners themselves. Most probably this blood was created by the nightmarish reality of this abyssal realm itself.
We do it my way.
Opposing gate of dark metal stands a good 20 feet tall. Twisted faces come from the door, grimacing, groaning, and torment. Embedded in one of the doors is some kind of intricate moving puzzle, large game keyhole. She, No, I did not pick skill focus. Oh no, she starts with skill focus trickery. Okay. Inventory. I want to go back to summary. still, she barely has dex. Or barely has trickery. I guess, you know, my main character has a lot of and she also has a +3 from a cloak. Yeah, she's a lot from it. Surely I have trickery belts, or gloves and shit, right? Only a +2 belt of dexterity. Quarry. Oh, right. I'm gonna take the big game gloves. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna take the gloves that say, you lose AC for free. That's worth it. If anything, that gives me trickery. I have so many fucking things. This is Arcana. UMD. When did I get this? Oh, the Hindering Lake. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Saving throw or summonings. Necromancy when raging, demonic raging specifically. +10 combat on stealth checks. Doesn't look like literally anything for trickery. That's crazy. Literally nothing on trickery. I'm gonna save scum. I need a 16. Okay. I'll take it. Experience regular pick any lock, even when crafted by powerful demons. Bring with startling precision and speed, you elicit a clunk from the lock and the doors slowly begin to open. What's this, an incursion? Hold off the intruder. Let his bones join the myriad others. That's the name of the quest.
Strike!
Oh yeah, that's a high DC. Adhesion. Hello, Goblet. Hello, Bo. Parry never end with the manufactured weapon must make a reflex save. Failure means the weapon sticks and cannot be used to make attacks until freed. Okay.
Prepare yourself.
I'm doing all right. I had no power for about 2 hours, so that kind of sucked. So I was just sitting around waiting. For some reason, the data on my phone wasn't working either during that 2 hours, so I can mention it in the Discord. But we're good now. Being examined by a pair of watchful eyes that seem disproportionately large and a thin, haggard face. Every now and again, the transparent film slides over a serpentine blink. Even observes you for a while, gives you a satisfied nod. So it's the creature that's paid us a visit. Fine specimen for my collection. I'd be honored to make a stuffed animal out of the blasphemer who dared to wound our lord. How are you doing, though, Bo? Who are you supposed to be? I'm the warden of this prison. Aponavicius. Aponavicius. All here, both guards and captives are my toys. Now you'll become one too. What is this place? An electable prison, greatest jail that's ever existed. Here, Baphomet's captives languish and experience unthinkable torment. And their bones join the myriad others that belong to those who were confined here before. Better not stand in my way. We have an exhilarating game ahead of us. Don't disappoint me. First, neatly slice open your skin from groin to nape, then slowly peel it back from the flesh like a tight-fitting dress. It'll take a few days, but then at last you'll appear before me completely nude. Even a light breeze will cause you unbearable pain. Dissect your abdomen, start pulling out your internal organs very carefully so as to not damage them. Doing good. Did orientation of the new job today. Excited to start? Hell yeah. Magic will ensure that you don't die and you're finally empty. I'll get to filling you. I think I'll choose gold coins and gems for the stuffing. You deserve nothing less. I'll pull your skin back on, stitch you up with adamantine thread. Her eyes glint with excitement. Tongue licks her thin lips sensually. And we is listening to Aponavicius entranced, licking her lips in turn involuntarily. Feel unjoined and partake in fantasizing. Why? For when I'm pondering this very moment, whether I should order your tails to be made into a pair of boots or a coin purse. You don't scare me. I thought Baphomet wasn't that tough. Talk all you like. For every insolent word, you'll pay with horrible suffering. When I'm done stuffing you, I'll keep you alive. For a wordless, motionless statue. After each of my master's visits, I'll carefully stitch you back alive, putting you back together piece by piece, so your torture does not stop even for a moment. Yeah, girl, I killed Baphomet. I ain't scared of fighting Baphomet again. Oh. 3 damage, okay. What was I checking? Right, Mongrel's Blessing. Right, because it's character level and charisma modifier. And my character level is really high.
My skills are absolute. Follow this to be quick. You should have run.
Hell.
I'll rip you apart.
Yeah, with a little bit of the chain lightning there. That's pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
The spirits demand your blood. Desna, guide my hand.
I love Outflank. There's a bar stretching in the distance, disappearing in the darkness as if this prison has no end. Perhaps that is exactly the case. In any pistol realm, everything bends to its owner's will. Everything bends to its owner's will, and even space itself. Alright, who failed? Shrumpy, Camellia, everyone except for Darren, Sela, and me. Remove the seal.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Vision by the dark or engulfing this obelisk, it is emitting a spell of crushing despair. Fuck you.
That was easy.
Athletic check succeeded. Viscous dark blood is seeping from the bone walls.
They'll beg me to stop.
Embarrassing.
I'm off.
I heard the master got a nasty wound. But it's all Nocticula's doing. There's a reason why we're at war with her now. Uh-huh. Or was it heaven? Maybe it was that angel prisoner who struck our lord.
Quickens.
Oh, that's it.
This kill is for you. Make your peace.
This will hurt.
There's another obelisk in this area.
You are today's sacrifice.
Out of my sight.
No match for me. What's that? I am
They will
helpful.
break against
Am I
our
not?
resolve.
Stupid mortal, let's kill him.
I will resist. They'll beg me to stop.
You could have lived, but you chose to just attack me. Stupid demon.
Don't hold back.
How come? Whatever.
The light take you!
Prepare yourself. Disappear.
Yep. What I expected. Honestly, they should have too. Grenadier's half-light. +5 half-light grants wear immunity against bombs. Interesting.
I finished here.
Under the trickles of blood, notice scratches that make up the full message. My star has 5 rays. The 6th is I. Bring light into your heart. More viscous dark blood. That should be seeping everywhere.
I am helpful, am I not?
Visitors will slaughter quickly and carelessly. The cards were clearly in a hurry. Alright, well, that's it for this side.
Test of my abilities.
I'll rip you apart.
Whoa! Cold Iron Regeneration. True Seeing, Freedom of Movement. Level 35 Dragon. 52 AC, plus 47 Bite, 47. Spell Magic. Not great. Faithful Presence. Okay.
Go for their hearts!
Strike!
Enjoy that fucking minus 2 AC plus Sicken. Millie was in the way. Just saw that. Haste, haste, haste. And his own True Seeing, idiot. Okay, otherwise that's pretty fun. It's just haste that got dispelled, which kind of sucks, but is livable.
I'll cut you wide open.
We have to reapply the protections occasionally anyways, because the protections just give you false life against that.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
I'm gone.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Everyone should have a good, healthy thing, and then we just replay protection. And haste. And now we're good. I'm gonna pull up the... Right? Oh. Another one.
Make your
Nice shot. I love Stila. 174 damage. So her weapon, just does an extra 8d6 on all charging attacks she does, and also she does 2 times weapon damage when mounted, when doing a mounted charge. And the Hippogriff's flying attack is a mounted charge.
demand your blood.
We do it my way.
Writing his card on the corpse's chest, I blame the commander of the Crusades for my death. Hey, fuck you. That's me. Fuck you.
I finished.
Rivulets of blood
More?
running down from the wall form crooked writings. They read, at first as empty, then I was filled with 3 things. Wisdom, guile, and malignity. Awaken the magic circle. A trivial task. Ooh, treasure. Was anything up here, was there?
Follow if you dare.
No, okay. Oh, there's the other magic circle.
Defend my dream. No match for me.
Nice.
I will resist.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
You
I'll rip you apart. You are today's sacrifice.
Nice. Did you crit? Oh no, that was just you taking 0 damage. That's what was. Okay. Because I kept seeing like 0 damage pop up, and I was like, is he just not do damage? Why? Distorted reflection appears in the cloudy mirror only after a while, emerges and laughs in your face while you slash gapes on its throat.
I'm off.
But I realized it was the Demodan doing 0 damage in retaliation. Awaken the magic circle. Menacing horned figure appears in the mirror's reflection. Sharp, hateful gaze pierces you. You can almost feel your soul being turned inside out. I see you, mortal. Is it your own folly that has driven you to my realm, or do I sense Nocticula's hand in this? Ever since war broke out between us, she has gone to ground, preferring to send pawns to fight in her stead. You must have outlived your usefulness to her if she has sent you to sacrifice yourself in such a pointless manner. You do realize that no matter what she has promised you, she will not be coming to protect you this time. She is no match for me here in my realm, so you are completely alone. Release the hand of the inheritor. Release whom? Baphomet asked in faint surprise. The angel. What good is he to you now that I've wrenched out his virtuous heart and ordered my minions to hack it with knives, tear it to pieces, singe him with flames? What would you want with the deranged, desperate clot of rage and pain? Someone leads you to believe you can still save him? Ha! Even Iomade would have no use for him anymore. It appears you've been sent here like a lamb to a slaughter. You've been fed some asinine tale about an important mission, so you rush forward to your death without hesitation. What is this place? This is once the place of my own imprisonment. Asmodeus, enraged by my attempt to steal from him, confined me here for an eternity of torment. The Master Druid renounced me and left me to rot. But as you can see, I managed to slip away and take away this little toy with me. Now the ineluctable prison is the heart of my realm in the abyss. No soul can escape from here, be it a prisoner or a slave who gave their life to me. All, from the most worthless cultists to Hepzibah, whom I killed in the mines of Colthia, remain here, for they are all mine, had you escaped. You would never understand, mortal. Imprisonment begins here. Baphomet presses a claw to his forehead against the burning, bleeding pentagram of Asmodeus. Once I passed through the maze of my own mind, I tricked it by destroying the very notion of imprisonment. I created a life where I was free and made the multiverse itself believe. What, too complicated for you to follow? That's understandable. You and I couldn't fathom these mysteries at first. It took me years to ponder the knowledge given to me by Ereshkigal, the Faceless Sphinx. I was asked the riddle once too. Urushalei looks in the mirror pensive, and I too would then ponder it for a long time, trying to change who I was. But this riddle showed me the path of good and truth. Yours only dragged you deeper into a pit of lies and evil. Yeah, you hear that, you old goat? She escaped the abyss, and you bound yourself to it for all eternity. You stand no chance against us. What an amusing freak! A succubus turned to the path of good. I've received reports about you, Urushalei. I'll take you alive. I've never had the pleasure of corrupting a repentant succubus. What do you want from me? Kneel before me and break the oath you swore to your masters, for only thus may you mitigate the punishment that awaits you. Very soon my host will put an end to this foolish venture you call a crusade. Do you know why this place was named the Ineluctable Prison? The Prince of Darkness, Asmodeus, upon creating this maze, willed that none would ever escape its walls. Those were no mere words. It was an enchantment, a definitive, indisputable order. Many souls have perished here since. The most cunning and dexterous of thieves would come to the magic of Asmodeus, and not one of them would make it back out. I was the only one who found a loophole in Asmodeus' decree. I did not simply find my way out of the maze, I took it back into the abyss with me, turning it into a realm of my own. What about you, mortal? What is your escape plan? What key will you use to unmake the sorceries of the Ineluctable Prison? How will you find your way through the tangled corridors of the labyrinth? What hope can you possibly have of matching me? I'll just follow the left-hand rule. You get a sneer of contempt in response. You are, ultimately, a simpleton. This is the abyss, and any rules you may know do not apply here. Whether you turn left or right, whether you press or turn back, you'll find one thing. Death. Primal scream of pain hits your ears. The walls shudder. You hear something crumble with a dull thundering noise in the distance. The floor under your feet shifts like an undulating back of a beast rudely awakened. Daggerford minions have resumed their work on the angel. To observe his agony is an exquisite delight. It feels as if I'm experiencing unbearable pain myself, and you will experience it as well. Ow! Slashing damage.
Fighting for a righteous cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody and performed with pinkies out.
Glad I was useful to you.
You're always useful to me, Ursula.
Never wrong. I'll take care of it.
What?
I do what I must.
You'll make a fine trophy.
Just like Dark Souls, the rock hit me from behind. From behind it. A lot of fucking insane dretches. Hey, does anyone hear the sound of a rock still moving?
The hell beg me to stop!
We have true seeing. How are we missing?
Go for their hearts.
They only have displacement. True seeing should go through that.
Prepare yourself!
Did they just explode themselves? Annoying. A little bit annoying.
I welcome your company.
Let me draw the first blood.
We don't have true seeing. Why don't we have true seeing? 80% chance, by the way.
Desna, guide my hand!
Oh my gosh, dude.
This will hurt.
Did you just kill yourself with that attack? How much AC do these guys have? 49. Great. I love an enemy with 49 AC. All of these buffs. Fast healing 10. Invisibility greater. Curse of Idiocy. Cool. Pizza just open your town and order some breadsticks, pepperoni milk? Hell yeah. So annoying.
Don't hold back!
I'll cut you wide open.
I'll rip you apart!
So annoying. Fuck you. Huh? Trumpy must be staggered.
I will resist.
So annoying. Where's Greater Dispel?
Strike!
The spirits demand your blood.
They'll beg me to stop. The light, take you!
I got rid of the Curse of Idiocy? It did. Okay, cool.
No reason to pause.
Rules are made to be broken.
That was an annoying fight.
I sense something.
Howling Doom?
I hope you appreciate this.
+5 Furious Bastard Sword lands a killing blow. Cast Shout Greater as an 8th level wizard immediately.
I will help where I can.
I'm gone. You should have run!
Prepare for stealth.
No match for me.
Good fight. First things first, we destroy the obelisk.
I see something.
Trivial task.
Oh no, a trap.
Finished here. Is there more?
I'm too big that I just fucking walked over it. Minotaur on your path suddenly sneers and opens his blood red maw. The low, mockingly cheerful voice of Baphomet comes out. Wonder when you'll finally accept your doom. You mortals are so amusing in your attempts to oppose us. Those of the abyss. You fight, take your risks, make sacrifices, we still push you back with the slightest inconvenience. Do you think anyone will remember your self-sacrifice a scant decade from now? All will forget your name and the name of those who came before you. Your Golarion will be ruled by my mighty brood, with the blood of the Lord of Beasts himself coursing through their veins. My offspring will inhabit your lands, and soon the lineage of every living soul in Golarion will be traced back to me, and every breathing body will bear my burning seal. Arilu Vorlesh will lead my armies, and Golarion will drown in blood. You've entrusted your armies to Arilu Vorlesh? Yes, now that Hepsimir has failed me, Arilu Vorlesh has become my new general. He's already told me everything she could discover from Articula, and this knowledge has been quite valuable. What's more, Arilu still serves the Skari, reports all his orders and designs to me. She's proven herself a competent spy despite her mortal origins. You hear a chuckle in Baphomet's voice. I have exalted Arilu and made her my first slave. But do not be so quick to underestimate me. I know full well she will betray me when the opportunity presents itself, but I plan to betray her first. Buddy, she's already betrayed you. Already killed Hepsimira. You speak of Hepsimira as if you're hoping your words will wound me. You've killed one of my descendants, and her specter now wanders these halls. Am I supposed to care? I could kill hundreds, thousands more. Among them, there will be those who my blood is stronger, and they will surpass Hepsimira. Believe me, because that's not my father's sentimentality, for I'm not a father to them, but their creator and their god. Noble families are nests of vipers, where every relative is either a useful resource or a dangerous rival. I'm quite familiar with the relationships that surround the lords of humankind. I suppose the things are more or less the same with demon lords. Another of your daughters, Rosala. Rosala bet everything and lost. She invoked my name when she was on the brink of defeat, but I did not answer. Why would I? I'm not in the habit of playing favorites among my offspring. They must earn their place by tearing their competition to shreds. The weak must be weeded out to keep the blood strong. Rosala was stronger in a fight, but Hepsimir was more cunning and vicious, which is why she prevailed. Why should I nourish the shoots of the weaker branch when I can give all my attention to one that's stronger? Amigo Yuggleflass? Hepsimir tried so hard to strike his name from memory of this itself. Yuggleflass was always crafty and able, but he lacked zeal and ire. I valued his shrewd mind and an uncanny ability to lie. Found it regrettable when Hepsimir disposed of him. Didn't interfere, of course. Children must fight among themselves, only then can the strongest be revealed. Gonna brand all your servants, or is Manago just lucky? Place various seals upon my slaves. Either those grant power, those that bring delight, those that inflict pain, those that simply mark their body's mind. Manago failed me, and I encourage her to correct my mistake. Seals torment her every breath, draining her strength, and only by destroying you can she be free of them. I don't know where Manago went, but rest assured every moment of her existence is torture that makes her want to scream without end. Stop cowering behind your minions. Are they my seed and my spawn? Are they my seed and my spawn, my faithful worshippers, not part of me? Do they even consider themselves separate from their master? Looking to the notion of individuality without realizing your own self does not exist. You have run an instrument that has been grasped by several hands at once, and your destiny, your actions, and even your thoughts are theirs to control. You don't understand? No matter, you will. As you wander the darkness of my labyrinth for an eternity, you'll give up the illusion of your selfhood. How will you know where you are then? When do I go to the scornful chuckle? I've heard many excuses from cowards who are too afraid to fight. This must be the most imaginative one yet. Lord of Beasts and Labyrinths, more like Lord of Weasel words. Definitely sidestepped. I'll try to remember that one. Say a creditor walks up to you and asks you for the money you owe and you spawn. Well, you see, the notion of individuality is a delusion. Money's the figment of society. Reality is not real, especially in Abadius, so I shan't be paying. Abadius, the first month of the year, named in Abadar. In honor of Abadar. Always remember who I am. Memory is an illusion created by your mind as a response to reality. I'll give you many new memories. They'll fight among each other, tearing your wits to shreds. You'll stop believing yourself and place your belief in me. When Jor's body begins to swell an altar, Baphomet is pouring a generous dose of his power into it. You seek to battle me? I will sacrifice the body of one of my faithful to show you a fraction of my true might. Oh no, he got bigger!
Their life ends here.
21 initiative check. Good job, buddy. 56 AC, aspect of the wolf, bear's endurance, and frightful aspect. Well, you're not immune to trip,
This will hurt.
so that's just kind of embarrassing.
You are today's sacrifice.
Alright, he's gonna stand up, and the entire gang is just... Oh my god. Why are all of these guys... Why? Dude, I hate frightening aspect. That shit just goes through fucking immunities, and everyone just gets feared. Oh, is his ass feared too? Scared little baby trying to run away?
Guide my hand.
That's not what I wanted at all, man.
Beg me to stop.
Annoying.
Smile. Let's have some fun.
Did he come back to life? I literally can't even target him. Straight up can't attack him, by the way.
Your end!
I am helpful, am I not?
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
That was weird. Alright, I pulled this up again. That's all 4 masks. Deadly Rays. +4 insight bonus on ranged touch attacks. That's actually crazy. Words of scratch on the dead body with a knife. I was executed because you didn't surrender when you could, Commander.
Something is not right here.
Save the last one for me.
I'm just gonna real-time that one. Magical barrier protects the case, but the fact's clearly been empty for a while.
I finished here. Is there more?
Judging by the appearance of the Spectre before you, she's brutally tortured before her death. Her hair's covered in blood, lips are swollen, split by a white gash, and her mouth, open in desperate expression, black void where her front teeth should be. Speaks, her voice sounds gurgling. Right, another torturer? Not sure to me, how can I help you? I don't trust you, mustn't. Space is full of liars, you're different. You truly aren't my enemy, help me. My soul has been sustained by suicide, still holds a spark of light. Willing to give it up to atone for the evil I was committed because of my negligence. My husband's blade, Dawnflower's kiss, was taken by the demons. Holy relic, defiling this grave sin. Rip it from the clutches, can try to purify it by the light that even Baphomet couldn't take from me. Perhaps then my lady will have mercy on me, accept my wretched soul. What kind of blade is it? Radiant, Serenade was battling Rovagog, Grandrift appeared in Galarian, flaming stone fragments filled with Dawnflower's might, flew out and scattered across the land, turned into a magnificent blade, shining bright, spiting darkness and evil. One of these great treasures was entrusted to my beloved Castogler. In losing it, we've disgraced ourselves. As Cecily finishes the sentence, our voice becomes a forlorn, mournful cry. Castogler, the guy I killed in the Abyss a while ago? Rovagog. Imprisoned since the age of creation, the god Rovagog, also known as the Rough Beast, Great Destroyer, and World Breaker, seeks only to destroy creation and the other gods. Believed to be imprisoned in a state of torpor somewhere deep within Galarian, his increasingly restless stirrings were taken by many to be the cause of volcanic activity and earthquakes. His worshippers are known for embodying the god's dominion over destruction, disaster, and wrath. But she'll look for it. Marilith by the name of Ponavicius, one of the prison took it with her. Don't know if she still has the blade or someone else is wielding it now. Sword did not leave the electrical prison. I'll find the blade. I'll be praying for your success. I don't know if you noticed that, but I guess it was the fucking, like, a rage confusion thing, because, we just killed each other.
I am helpful, am I not?
6 thieves into the prison, now there are none. 5 found easy deaths. I'm bound to 4 torments, hunger, thirst, cold, and darkness. That's cool, I guess. Shall I dispel this barrier?
I sense something. Myself. Forgive me.
Far away.
A bright future awaits us.
I welcome your company.
She only has a plus 26 to arcane. That's not great.
I hope you appreciate this.
Let me pull up the map. Guys, there was this I didn't go through. Ah, there's nothing here. Never mind. I think there is. That's why I'm looking at it the wrong way. I see. Sealer, for whatever reason, is not mounted on Shrumpy, even though I literally fucking told her to.
Follow if you dare.
Actual Dark Souls moment. Baphomet imprisoned.
What's that?
I'm not reading all that.
I am helpful, am I not?
Alderpash. Room you're in looks more like a palace than a prison. Every part of it is impeccably clean, despite the fact that the cell's inhabitant has been dead for millennia. Words coming out of the dead man's mouth catch you off guard. Why, hello there, my dear. I've been waiting and waiting, wondering what my guest was up to. Why you ain't shown up yet? Don't be shy, have a seat if your heart's content. When you're so important, you don't talk business standing up now, do you? And we do indeed have business to discuss. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alderpash, Rune Lord of Wrath, Destroyer and Conqueror, Great Tyrant of Arakan. Does it ring any bells? I understand. Many millennia have passed, and all the way spent in this prison as Baphomet's captive. Been a while since I strolled down Galarian. My heart was still beating back then. It wasn't until later that I became a lich. I wasn't fond of the idea of dying a prisoner here, you see? Well, that's all beside the point. Guards sent me off that you since barged in this prison. Thought fate might bring you to my doorstep, expecting you since. Rune Lord of Wrath, or Rune Lord. His eyes widen, unclear whether this is a sign of fear or exhilaration. Because you believe it, they were akin to gods. This mummy is the second most powerful and dangerous creature in this labyrinth after Baphomet himself. Rumors about you have been going around the abyss for a while now. Rumors fly free. You see, you can't snare them, can't cage them. Even down here in the deepest dungeons, the tail flies every now and then. About the time you took Dresden to the demons, or the time a goddess and demon came to coax you to their side. I've long since wanted to see you for myself and take your measure. Feel the dead eyes fix their gaze on you. See, that explains it. They say that your deeds could not have been performed by a simple mortal, but you're not simple at all. Creature of life and death, wander between light and dark. Met someone like you only once. She too accomplished quite a lot in her strange half-life. Alright. We handle this. Uh... Okay. And what about you? Serious enough to tell you, some impressive stories to share. Great time of my life. Good folk were scared with us and me. Death, as you can see, power is nothing to sniff at. See my explorations of magic, kind of generation knows nothing about. Go ahead, my dear, ask away. Are you enemy Baphomet? Indeed, unless I haven't had the pleasures of wounding him by my own hand, I'd dearly love to spill his guts. Heard about your feat. Ever since your aspect his missile realm locked myself up in a citadel, everyone's been going on and on about you, my dear. What kind of mortal is this that managed to venture our mighty lord? They won't soon forget you. Maybe ancient, but he's a child at heart. He's been the same ever since he was created. All he cares about are his grudges. Asmodeus wounded him. Lamashu left him. Discarded doesn't seem as his equal. Nocticular refused to bed him. He's a walking collection of scars. His wounds are his essence. You take heed now. Don't teach youngsters among these days, anything these days. Other than once in a while, 2,000 years ago, great Emperor Thassalon, led by Emperor Shin, according to the 7 virtues of rules. Reign was long and in tragedy. Those the 7 stewards, who then split Thassalon between them. Twisted the virtues of rule for the sake of their ever-growing power, created the magic of the 7 vices. By the way, those spells of yours, all those silly schools, they were all based on our concepts. Except you lot have lost track of their substance, the power itself over centuries. Some great mages of yore call themselves the Rune Lords, first of whom was me, Elder Pash, Lord of Bascaron, Rune Lord of Wrath. Not gonna list all my deeds, I'll be boastful. Well, let's just say I've spilled enough blood to fill all the rivers of Galarian and tear my action and the tears my actions brought could fill the same thrice over. Reign was great and glorious. They would tremble if I mentioned my name for many centuries to come. Incredible. You'll surpass the master. Your name will be feared for centuries, for millennia. You're only really a villain to me. That's because I'm not one. They just call me that. And for what? Just putting 7,000 slaves on stakes for the rebellion and act of villainy? Yes. Had the well-being of others in mind, gave them a warning so that they wouldn't die a horrible death. The plundering of neighboring kingdoms, beheading my servants, there's no evil in that. That's just the daily life of any ruler. Prone to fits of temper, yes, but only when there's a good reason. Someone failed me, it's smite them without mercy. True, but such lack of restraint is part of my power and my talent. That's just how we Rune Lords of Wrath are. Remember about 1,000 years so after I first started in here, one by the name of Alaznist came to visit. She was a fierce one too. Ripped my skull off, took it with her as a trophy. And she went to Barakan, found the one who was the Rune Lord of Wrath at the time. Third one after me, executed his wife and 7 children, made the ruler himself into an undead. Kept whispering into my skull, asking for advice. Really took a shine to me. Something. He was something, that one. Last Rune Lord of Wrath in history, mind you. Not angry with her about the skull, but what would I be? It was reborn from my phylactery anyways, good as new. Where do you keep your phylactery? A curious question. What, pray tell, do you need this knowledge for, my dear? Methinks you should be troubling your clever young head with yours and secrets like that. Say you found out where it was, then what? Say you destroy it, why would you? We're not enemies, we're allies. You can find it if you try, no buffoon. My phylactery is hidden in a safe place far away from here. His hand twitching as soon as you mention his phylactery. Learn more about your magic research. I'm not reading all that. Failed an Arcana check. Oh, it's my main character only. Go to the prison. Gotta find my way through. Yeah, looking for the Herald. Can't get to him while I'm in the most secure torture room. Warden always keeps the coveted key close by. Who can help me fight Baphomet? Okay. History. I don't want to read all this. Did you end up here? Was betrayed. Sorshin, Rune Lord of Lust, was nothing compared to me, and she wanted to take my place as the leader, found a source of legendary powers. Naturally, he's furious, I would do away with the upstart. To even the odds, I would deal with Baphomet. Bored part of his might, promised to give him Sorshin when I was done playing with her. Oh, she was a wild one. Lord Beast came to me, demanded my payment when I was just putting my cutting plans into motion, because I was saying that Baphomet was more interested in taking me instead of some Sorshin. Under the pretext of breaking the terms of our pact, he seized me. So treachery on his part, but what else could you expect from a demon? Lord of Lust, you say? I'm sure I've known at least 3 ladies of certain morals who use that particular moniker. Do you lot by any chance have by any chance a Rune Lord of Veracity, or Bibulousness, or raucous revels that keep the whole street awake until the wee hours of the morning? Small minds of your generation cannot grasp the higher mystical meaning of sin. It's surprising, then, that our teachings have degenerated into your primitive system of magic schools. You're asking if we had the magic of veracity, or gluttony to be precise? Of course we had. You call it necromancy, the insatiable hunger, the lust for life, force, both your own and another's, the manipulation of corporeal energies. Come to think of it, my words are wasted on you, lover of rebels. Yeah. Contrary to what Elpers just said, not all the interior of the cell belongs to the era of the Rune Lords of Thassalon. Far from it. Many names came a much later period in history, mostly those that are implements of the arcane arts. Or business. Free store. For payment, this is a place called Chandelier, Miracle Place, Commander of Swords, Carrier for Dead Planets. Get my kingdom back, populous, okay. Good. Scroll is it? Should look for it. Find the spell. Yes. Of Wrath. Apparently I already have the scroll. I still be sure it doesn't quite cut it. Goddess, watch it. Powerful dwells from this far from this place. Baphomet, well, he's right here. Proscription still hangs above my head. Need another approach. Power failed to help us. Perhaps a clever trick will. Get me his will. Special little key he gave to his warden. Can unlock any cell in this jail, any of its locks. There's the magic it holds. Got a key now. I should look for it. What happens if I try the food on the table? Okay.
I do what I must.
Is he slowing us? So we don't have haste anymore.
It's time to act.
I wonder if that was an aura of slowing or something. Ow.
That was easy.
Ow. How do we get down here?
I'm gone.
At once. I'm alright.
We're here, maybe? Awaken the magic circle.
All endeavors, even failed ones.
26. Okay, we have Arcana competency equipment, so we can fix that. We can fix Arushale's garbage Arcana skill. Five to UMD. Swear I have fucking Arcana. Thunderous charging. +6. 6. There's an enemy. Enemy suffers -2. +12 to Arcana checks. There we go. I swear I had more. That's UMD. +5. Oh, but it's still competence. So it's not going to stack. That +12 is the only thing we're going to get from it. I guess we'd also do this. While this loads, I'm going to go grab some water. Be right back. Oh, I'm back. I was muted. I was saying I never quick loaded. And also, why was Smellydon still out there?
I'm gone. I am never wrong.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Was I muted while clearing my throat and sniffling, or please tell me I was. I would hate if I wasn't. Whatever. Moving on.
Finished here. Is there more?
We do it my way. I'm always ready.
Baphomet's on the holy symbol, covered in the blood of the innocent who were sacrificed before it. Midnight Bolt. The hell is Svendak? They're not mounted. Shit.
I'll rip you apart.
Whoa. Blade barrier. Fucking blade barrier, dude. Pushing them back.
I'll cut you wide open.
Alright, well. I was hoping that would dispel the blade barrier, but it didn't. I don't know how I'm gonna get through that. All of Arushale's buffs fell off because she died from the rocks. I was not thinking about that. That sucks. That's bullshit, dude. I literally just can't get through here. Okay, so it's only one time. Only pushes you back once.
Don't hold. Strike.
No match for me.
Fired Wisdom plus 6. Anything else? Grimoire of the Beast. Angel's Heart. Grimoire of the Beast excerpts. Baphomet the Uncaged.
Follow if you dare.
We're gonna worry about rebuffing. When we're done with the Dark Souls boulder puzzle.
I'm off.
A bright future awaits us.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
We should move.
Let's kill the Lich.
I welcome your company.
Alright.
Bend my dream.
Arcane Bone Powder Ghoul. me check something. Oh yeah, I got an achievement for dispelling him, by the way. Shit! I muted to prep for that. And then oh, they're right here. I muted because like, oh, I feel the need to sneeze. And then I was about to sneeze, so I muted, but I was already muted. And then I just sneezed. That's embarrassing as fuck. Let me tell you that. You're so lucky you're not considered an enemy right now.
They will break against our resolve.
You should have run!
They'll beg me to stop.
This will be quick. Out of my sight.
Alright, the actual guy is fightable now. All of his buffs came back. Sea Mantle, annoying. Aced. Shield. Okay, he's got a lot of buffs. He's only got 55 AC. She got none of that. You got a lot of that. Okay. Hit him with that. Hit him with that. Hit him with 14 hits. Wrath of the Undead. +5 cloak of resistance. Aura, all affected enemies pass a will saving throw become frightened for 1 minute. Saving throw is success, enemy becomes shaken for 5 rounds instead. You can only be affected by this aura once. In addition, aura grants all undead enemy allies +4 circumstance bonus to attack rolls. That's pretty cool. Head of the Lich of Elderpash, okay. Armor +8, protection +5, vast intelligence +4, dexterity +6. Right Hand of Martyr. +4 morale bonus on saves against all death spells, magical effects. Subject is immune to energy drain. It's not remove negative levels. Okay. Okay, well, that happened. 98,000 experience. We'll come back because, we haven't found his phylactery. Oh, baby! Time to do even more damage. The hell do I even want anymore, bro? Endurance, Great Fortitude, Iron Will, Lunge. Even more fucking range. Thunder Armor, Vital Strike. No, definitely not Vital Strike. I get 2 more feats. 19 and 20. Let's get fucking lunge.
It's time to act.
Is lunge toggled? It is. Oh, lunge is only -2 penalty to my AC? Oh, who cares? Who cares about that? Oh no, -2 to my AC. Currently, only 42 AC. I'll probably get hit, yes, but I have 700 HP and I can't die. So I don't give a shit. Hit me. I will then hit you 14 times. From across the fucking map. Do I care? No. Ask me if I care. Answer is no. Don't ask me if I care. Don't ask me if I care. It's a waste of time.
This will leave a bruise.
We will win.
Well, now we got a rebuff because technically speaking, people have died.
I will help where I can.
There's Stone Skin Communal.
Allow me.
Okay.
Skip the pleasantries.
Amorane sentes. Amorane sentes. Amorane sentes.
Every protection.
Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
That ward.
Savigur.
Freedom of movement.
Adayana.
But Darren doesn't have death. Oh, he does. Okay. Shield of Law.
Ona Adayana.
Holy Aura. Vengeance. Broken Vacation. That's basically everything and then haste.
My skills are absolute.
Together, we stand.
Rules are made to be broken.
Alright. Everyone's nice and buffed.
We do it my way.
I didn't go up here, is where I didn't go. Oh boy.
I'll rip you apart.
These dreshes are annoying, that's for sure.
Don't hold back.
See if this will work. will. Okay, so banishment still works. Even though we're in the abyss. Even though we're, technically speaking, in the abyss. Where are we banishing them from? I ain't gonna complain.
Prepare yourself.
Whoop. Let me read what just happened. Oh no, cold. He overcame my spell resistance. Fine. I succeeded the reflex saving throw. Though he did shit all. They're just gonna explode on him, that's fine.
No.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Alright, I'm gonna open this. Right? Free these prisoners. And then immediately kill them when they try and kill me.
I hope you appreciate this.
Never mind, they're part of Nocticula's gang, so they're not trying to kill me.
Follow if you dare.
Are you the fucking little dweeb from like 40 hours ago? 50 hours ago? Swirling into light, large rock enters the jail, fidgeting with bloody gold ring. Its clawed fingers sputtering lovingly. You thought you could hide it from Vormarak, didn't you? But the rock saw you swallow it. Foolish little human, she took it. Pulled out your gutsies and took it. Shiny. When I see you, the rock starts and hisses angrily. You! Vormarak knows you. Why are you here? You want the rock's treasures? Claws off. You can't have them. I don't remember you. You don't remember? You came to the Molten Scar, ruined the important task that Xanthe the Plague One gave to the rock. Took the humans Vormarak was making to demons, and you killed Xanthe the Plague One. Now the rock will never get mythical power. And you, nasty mortal, don't remember? Now you're trying to steal the rock shinies. What are you doing here? What? You thought the rock wouldn't find a good master? The rock is strong. Everyone wants her to serve them. They made her guard the prison. Let her torture useless humans. X their funny little eyes out, slice them up with sharp talons. When no guards around, Vormarak can sneak into the cage, eat all the shrieking meat inside. That's her belly, which is visibly bloated. You picked the wrong lord. My master and I will gut you, and all that fat you stored will spew out, and will break off the horns of that worthless goat you serve. Who are you? Some kind of cat? I like cats, but I slap them between my beak. No time for you.
It's either us or them.
Well, I, tried to spare you. Not that you really deserve it after that comment about cats. We like cats. So, explode. 2 hits. And you exploded. Ooh, good treasures, good treasures. Dawnflower's Kiss! We need that for the ghost. Was like here? Was indeed like here. So what you were talking about? Vile monsters, the once blessed blades, what do they turn it into? Will you let me be the spark that will drive away the evil that has tainted it? Atone for hate crime elements for Wendog builds. She's Fighter 4, Demon Slayer 15. Remember Sin Pure with the sword, but otherwise it's just two-handed throwing axe build. You're a true hero. May your bones not languish in this labyrinth and not join the myriad others. We got Dawnflower's Kiss. Yeah, my Wendog build is just 2-weapon fighting. Class, here we go. 4 points into fighter, and then 15 points into Demon Slayer. Because Demon Slayer is just kind of really good. This particular game where every enemy is a demon. Free bonuses for favorite enemies, especially when she's gonna be throwing weapon a lot, so she doesn't have, or she has penalties. Weapon fighting. So I guess that's mitigated by the 2 weapon fighting feats. But still, just Demon Slayer is just genuinely a really good archetype for this particular game. Because it is genuinely just free favorite enemy buffs. And then these are just the throwing axes I got from Winter Sun, Chapter 3. And then I haven't changed them. I have not found a reason to. You got Precise Shot, Weapon Focus Throwing Axe, Double Slice, Clustered Shots, Deadly Aim, Weapon Specialization Throwing Axe, Point Blank Master, Snapshot, Greater Snapshot, Improved Snapshot. It basically just your typical ranged feats with throwing axes or preferred weapon.
I am never wrong.
Anything here? No. Okay. There's this door I didn't go through though. 95% chance. Do you think I'll critically fail this? Which I went Azada before Legend.
I am helpful, am I not?
Who are you? You're no guard, no servant of Baphomet? I can't see you, but I can smell this. So, and I can smell that you're strong, very strong. Leave the follow.
Chaos control!
Alt tab to make sure the alerts are working. Whoever you are, I thank you for my freedom. Please accept my humble gift. Point sent me. Runs away. Ow. 9 damage? Rude. Ashen Curse. -4 on perception skill checks and saving throws. That's
Smile.
rude.
The world's not ending just yet.
Does he have remove curse? He might not have remove curse because I haven't needed to remove curse. No, I don't think he does. That's fine. Use. That was rude as hell.
I'm off.
You when some guy saves me from super jail and I say, haha, die. For no reason. Literally no reason. Oop, I went to unmute. Forgot that I was holding tab.
I am helpful, am I not?
Is this my first playthrough? Yes, it is.
Appreciate this.
Alright, are you guys also gonna try to attack me? Yep, that's fine. Wendwag, explode them. Yeah, Wendwag's mythic talents are cleaving shot, or mythic abilities. The very first thing she picked up was cleaving shot, because that just goes hard. Cleaving shot, 2 when fighting mythic, mythical beast, so that her pet doesn't suck. Rapid shot, master shapeshifter, deadly aim, always a chance, improved critical. Oh, we got another one of these. Back.
I'll rip you apart!
Oh no, a wall of fire. Whatever will I do? that's dismissal, not banishment. I want to do banishment. Oh, I don't have banishment. I haven't rested.
The spirits demand your blood.
E, however, can banish. Which difficulty is this? This is easy. Oh, this is normal difficulty. Not easy. Normal difficulty. I'm not doing hard mode on this. I don't want to have to use very specific. Hold on. Ooh, is Waves of Ecstasy mind affecting? Yeah, idiot. I'm immune to that because of Shield of Law. I didn't want to just kind of cookie cutter core build this.
You should have run!
Flesh Terror. +5 light spike shield grants +2 insight on attack and damage rolls against living enemies.
I do what I must.
Where did Ziggy get that pot? Is there any picture for these ones? No. Okay. He has so many emotes that are just variants of that pot.
I sense something.
Rely on me.
Where are we now? Darkness settles beneath, looks impenetrable, somehow carnivorous. Maybe even the darkness itself is a dangerous monster in this insane abyssal realm. This is literally not on this map. This guide just never explored this bit. Whoever wrote this guide just gave up. What is it? I think it's...
My life ends here.
not that. I hate how one of the first guides you get is just this incomplete non-guide. Well, the first guide's from Google again, I should say. Didn't finish my thought. Whatever. Oh, this is still locked. They hit every seal. Got this one. I got this one. I think there's one here. I got this one. I'm here-ish? It's hard to tell because this map just straight up did not do everything. Here. Okay. Here we go. I haven't gone through here. Or here. No, I did go through here. I went through here.
never wrong.
Save the last one for me.
A lot of insane dredges.
Don't hold back!
I don't know who you are, but you lived with 1 health, so.
They'll beg me to stop!
That worked. What an insane class.
I will resist.
I got 1 of them. Still better than none of them. Wow, they just have to roll below a 15, and they keep rolling above a 15.
Strike!
No match for me. Oh no, Diana!
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Son of a bitch.
Prepare yourself.
You're more boulders. How? How do they keep rolling above a fucking 19? 19, 15. It's insane. The rolls they just keep getting.
You should have run!
Actual nonsense.
Rules are made to be broken.
It is the most bullshit because it's purely just the rolls.
I am helpful, am I not? I hope you appreciate this. I am helpful, am I
Look
not?
at the tick swarm. Oops, it looks as if it exploded from the inside. All the entrails are moving away. Flesh is glowing mucus.
Guide my hand!
Oh no.
This will hurt!
They're fine. They're just immune to all physical damage, or diminutive. I despise swarms.
I'll rip you apart! Make your peace.
Well, this is why we got bloodshed. We're a blood seeker. We got our vampire abilities. We rarely get a chance to use them because attacking 14 times is objectively just better.
Am I not?
But when I do gotta use them, I mean, that was still a lot of damage. It was 249 damage. Oh, because it's character level. So I'm level 37, so it's 37 D4. And they're all empowered. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty fucking good. These abilities are really fucking good now. They're empowered and bolstered. They're increased by half, so they get 50% damage increase, and 2 more additional points of damage per dice roll to all targets. So in other words, because it's 1d4 of damage per level, so it's 37. So it's 74 from bolster. That's why it was 37d4 plus 74 times 1.5. That's insane. It means by default, if I min roll it, I don't have a calculator app because my Windows is busted. If I min roll it, the least amount of damage I can do is 166. The least amount of damage I can do. I have to roll a 1 37 times to do that
I hope you'll make a fine trophy.
Wow. Why are you betraying me like this? Holy hell. Actually insane. I rolled 96 plus 74 times 1.75. No, that doesn't make sense. I probably rolled something plus 74. Yeah. That's insane.
I am helpful. Am I not?
That is just crazy. That is so satisfying. Commander, my death is on your consciousness. No, it's not. So yeah, the Bloodseeker archetype for Slayer absolutely loves Legend. You've come here invited, mortal, but I'll pardon your audacity for the sake of the reward Pathfinder will grant me for prevailing over you. He may honor me by making me his archpriestess, and by delivering to my hands the one who currently holds that position, the lowly Arilu Warlesh. Oh, things he'll do to her body. Ponavicius wills herself to get rid of the wistful glint. Take a look at what awaits you. These poor things thought themselves great fighters. Another just dulls my hands. Marvelous trophies. Some are still alive. Once I'm done with your transformation, you can even exchange stories of your downfall. I'll be gentle. Wouldn't want to ruin your beautiful pelt. Where are you holding the hand of the inheritor? Place which there is no escape. In the heart of the prison. Sell for special guests. Not for you. You'll be a decoration yourself, monster.
This will be quick.
Initiative check 13. Kind of embarrassing. 240 damage for free.
They'll beg me to stop. I will resist.
Kill my ass. Damn it. It's important to note, the only one who actually gets everything is Grumpy. He only gets one attack.
Oh, no.
Ow. Now die. Really? Okay. Oh, crane cell. Why did shield and mage armor and choose seeing and unholy aura? There's a lot that didn't get dispelled. Because I used dispel target instead of dispel greater. Why does he even have that? Okay, let's go through this real quick. Plus 36, never mind. No. That's for confirming the critical. She needed a 15. She needed to roll a 15. Hit that. Needs to roll a 15. Hit that. Okay. Well, watch this.
Don't hold back!
How did you fucking fail? A fortitude saving throw. Critically failed it, that's how. Cool. I love critically failing. I think that's...
Welcome your company.
That makes me really happy when I do that. I love when my luck is bad.
I am helpful, am I not?
We gotta go. All the stuff broke is over. Enjoy your time. Take care, Bo. Thanks for hanging out. Hope we have a good one. Warden's Key, Warden's Circlet. +4 mental perfection. Summon 2 Labyrinth Eminent Destroyers. Indomitable Punisher. Axiomatic Shocking Burst Tongi. Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm not rating all that. Master Humbly asked you double the number of guards under my command. So many captives from Galari and Akila soldiers were being forced to put down the unsupervised surplus. Remove the guard from the secret passageway where you know whose ghost hides. Reduce the number of sentries at the Groaning Crate. Either way, there's no enemy capable of bursting through them. Also need to keep watch of Alderpash's cells. Any guard assigned to his chambers gets immediately corrupted by his bribes and promises, becomes a spy, then has to be executed at once as warning to the rest. I would like to report the preposterous behavior of Priestess 7 that keeps taking my warriors' forms of sacrifices, demanding my sorcerers restore the magical barrier around some empty cage every cycle. So at times someone put that deranged bitch in her place. Okay. Oh. Mercy kill him, I guess. Prison warden enjoyed suffering of roommates so much. Provide her a solid panoramic view of the prison cells from her office.
My way.
Son of a bitch. Okay, Darren didn't die,
The
so we're
world's
good.
not ending just yet.
Gonna have to reapply all those fucking buffs. I'm just gonna quick rest.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
I will help where I can.
Break that. Are you going this way? No. Okay. Another fight against a couple dudes.
Prepare yourself.
Nice crit. Get out of here. Interesting. Launch just humanoid, not outsider. Interesting.
No match for me.
Ah. Gotta die hard. Well, you're about to die anyway, so. Hell. Gracious +4, Earthbreaker +4. Awaken the magic circle! Red statue is watching you passively. The hornhead suddenly leans forward and gives you a sly wink. It's still not too late to kneel before me. If you admit now, here now, you have no master than me. I'll grant you permission to take your own life, swiftly and painlessly. Hold on, I gotta respond to my mom. Last time of the Hand of the Inheritor go, you're too late. Whatever's waiting for you in the depths of my labyrinth is no longer the angel they call the Hand of the Inheritor. Now it's just a cloud of insanity and pain, tainted and deserving nothing but contempt. What will you do with him even if you save him? You're not actually expecting me to kill myself, are you? Oh, I not. I'm showing you the great mercy by allowing you to bleed air right now, before my executioners get to you. You've heard the screams of your angel, or rather my angel. What riddle are you going to ask me now this time? Statue lurches into motion, heavy footfalls, causing a quake, halt to quake. No more riddles, only ruin. Time you return to dust, foolish mortal creature. I ain't scared of you, little baby man.
Let's have some fun.
Or your little statues. Level 40 Construct, Unholy Aura. Okay, you're just gonna die very quickly.
Strike!
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh, jeez. Plus 52 to hit? Insane. Fails. You have plus 61 combat maneuver bonus. That's a lot. Fortunately, I have 96 CMD.
Desna, guide my hand.
Immune to magic. Okay. Not immune to dog bite. How does he have so much CMD? base attack bonus, plus strength modifier, plus dexterity, plus special size, plus miscellaneous modifiers. That's why. Because I have 37 BAB, plus 37, plus 25, plus 12, plus 10. That's gonna do it. Awaken the magic circle.
Follow if you dare.
Guys. Tall shadow shifts towards you slightly. See familiar form, familiar golden armor, and now much has changed. The level of glow streams from the pierced breastplate, cracked helmet, change goes much deeper than that. All signs of life and emotion have been drained from the hand of the inheritor. Movements are sharp and precise, mechanical, gestures are personal, hollow as his voice. Commander, Ichivam Kasakya, I have been waiting for you. Lord of the Labyrinth has revealed his plan to me. Former herald of Yomade speaks in a monotone as if he's commenting on the weather. He used me to open portals to your lands. He said my soul reached out to you. I do not know why. Out of vengeance or as a plea for help, or perhaps merely out of habit. Baphomet told me you would come for me, that he will prevail either way, whether I destroy you or you destroy me. Former allies tearing each other to shreds can only benefit him. Angel of Light, what has that monster done to you? Urushle looks at the hand of the inheritor in horror. I've seen those who have fallen low because of their own foolishness, because of others' temptations, my own temptations, but you never even had a choice. You've not made a single mistake, yet you've been corrupted by brute force. That's not true. You made a mistake of ditching me. And then running off on his own to get his ass kicked. What has Baphomet done to you? He killed me without letting me die. The Echo of Discari gave him some suggestions on how to sustain me and use me further. I've disliked you from the start, Feathers, when no experts on the floor at our feet. It'll feel good to knock that copper pot off your shoulders at last. I can give you your heart back. Strange. I can feel it aching. Trust me, but it does not matter. I cannot give in to the pain. It's been determined I will battle you, that is what I will do. Everything has been leading to this. The inevitable hour has come.
I'll bathe in your blood.
Alright. Labyrinth Minotaur, Champion of Baphomet. These aren't very scary. They're witches. Interesting. Mythic Outsider. Lawful Evil. So Smite Evil will still work. Assertion of Dominance. Death Ward, Bull Strength. Protective Aura. Unholy Aura. There's still some things that we can dispel.
You should have run!
Assertion of Dominance. Immunity to slashing and piercing damage while the wielder is at full health. Okay, I see. I did not read that properly. This would also be slashing or piercing damage.
Make your peace.
Why do I even still have Dispel Magic? Normal. Oh, my fucking bar. I gotta get rid of that. Just causing issues.
I'll rip you apart.
Dispel Magic. Didn't work? Does anyone do anything but slashing and piercing? Trumpy? Trumpy does everything, so Trumpy just needs to hit. Please hit Trumpy. Alright, good. We can now hurt him.
Kill is for you.
Okay, you just dominated my animal, I think. Animal servant. Turn a humanoid enemy into an animal. Oh, on the Shadow Demon? Okay, don't care about that. Oh, the head of the inheritor died already. Yeah, spoilers, I don't really give a shit about this Shadow
I
Demon.
will resist.
Head of the Inheritor tried to get up, and everyone kicked his ass instantly. We love Prone. You are strong, but here in my realm, my power knows no bounds. I would have only to will you a victory to nothingness, and it would be done. Shut up. Weeb. Minion, be filled with my power and kill the interloper, and I will let you take his heart as I took yours. Well, that just happened. Did he just dispel all my buffs again? So annoying. That's so fucked up, man. Oh yes, we have this game where you have to constantly fucking buff everything every 50 seconds. So, we're going to have the boss fight where he dispels all your buffs, so you can fucking die, I guess. Stupid.
They'll beg me to stop.
I mean, I'm still fucking strong, so
This will hurt.
get fucked. Form Angel falls to one knee, but even now his movements are lifeless, apathetic. One who has no heart knows no pain. The end is near, as expected. The hand of the inheritor is heart back. No more, I'll bring you back to life. The worst is I had some buffs still from when I was a Zada that I can't get back. There is no more believe in yourself. Heartbeat in your hand grows stronger as you bring the heart closer to his chest. A beat, another, then another, and then miraculously it rushes towards the broken breastplate, takes its rightful place within the chest of the hand of the inheritor. What is this? Why does it hurt so much? Why? He sounds shocked. I know why. My own betrayal is tearing at my heart. Champion, my true friend, is it really you standing before me? Can it be that you have restored life to the one who doubted you in the darkest hour? But why? I deserve no forgiveness. You gain the hand of the inheritor's trust not only by allegedly being the chosen one, but also by your actions. You are forgiven. Let's forget all this. You forgive me too, even though I treated you harshly. But I cannot forgive myself. I let a lord of the abyss turn me into a tool for evil. I will not easily rid myself of this shame. I cannot return to my lady now. I must go into exile to purge my soul of sorrow, doubt, misery, and uncertainty. I have sunk too low, I am too lost. But thanks to you, I have a chance of finding the path of truth again someday. Farewell, champion. May the gods' grace shine upon you. Bye. And I did that without buffs. I'm gonna point that out. Oh, that's a heavy shield. Oh, that's a really good heavy shield. Glaive +1 breastplate. Okay, trash. How did Shrumpy level up, but Sela did it? Something's a little bit weird with Shrumpy. Focus. improved critical, bite, claw. Matter. Alright, let's look at all the buffs everyone lost. Dude, losing those Azada buffs are the worst.
We should move.
Well, I don't need predatory... Well, predatory prowess and predatory might still work for the other parts. I don't need their profane bonus anymore. That's vitals. Players advance. How long does this last with my extended buffs? Just curious. I don't even see it on my buff list. Yeah, it's literally not on my buff list. Okay. Probably it doesn't actually get extended. That's fine.
No reason to pause.
We actually already have blessed weapon. Cool. Oh, interesting. Unlike a large person, legendary proportions is not a full round action. Oh, she doesn't have high enough wisdom for Magic Fang Greater. Okay, that's why.
You call?
What about you? I took a bet at casting and didn't even realize it.
I'm prepared.
I did not give her Cat's Grace. She's still. Oh, that's Protective Block, not Death Ward. Damn it. Magic Fang Greater. Magic Fang Greater.
Oh, the waiting's never fun. Fighting for
Now here comes the most annoying bit of buffing.
different from a simple master.
Death Ward. Freedom of movement. 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 Deathward. Deathward. Freedom of movement. Deathward. Freedom of movement. Deathward. Freedom of movement. Protection from acid. Cold. Electricity. Fire. Tonic. Prayer. Bless. Luck and resolve. Holy aura. Shield of law. Winds of vengeance. Heroic invocation. Animal growth. We're gonna need to animal growth and enlarge. Actually, will we need to animal growth? You look pretty large, Shrumpy. I think you've already been animal growth. Yeah, animal growth did not get dispelled.
I heed the voice of the
So,
spirit.
enlarge person, Vila.
We will win this war.
Alright. Everyone's buffed up. Let's leave this fucking place. Alright. This means is we can go do this. Not that. This. We do have to talk to Camellia. Forgot we have Camellia wants to talk. We should also just pass a day or two for all the shit I need. Do, do, do. Who are you? Almis Longar. My lord, an unfamiliar knight enters the hall, white-bearded old man clad in armor, polished to sheen, adorned with the image of a Yomede's sword. Despite his age, his movements are confident, and his eyes are sharp. And his voice trembles ever so slightly, not because of his ears, is barely restrained ever. I've come to report treason. Who are you? Sir Thomas Longar, paladin by the grace of Yomede, your loyal servant. Until recently, I was Captain Harmenton's adjutant, mostly involved in the staff work, no longer of age to be fighting the front line. It's a shame that my chance to introduce myself used it made possible under such disgraceful circumstances. Where's Captain Harmenton? I'd say he's already made it halfway to Nerosian, that's why I've come here to report, my lord. You're of course familiar with the Wary, circle of schemers who've been stirring up trouble practically since the beginning of your crusade. Politicians undermining our holy cause with their petty intrigues. How many times have you routed them? After each time they're back at it again. Sir Thomas shakes his fist, he gets to hold himself, and he's more calmly. Beg your pardon, I meant to tell you something that you didn't know already know. Something I sadly didn't know either until now. Leader of the Wary this whole time, only cited their insubordination time and time again. None other than Captain Harmattan. No, who would have thought? Definitely didn't have 7 perception checks about that. That traitor, that blockheaded fool, since the very beginning he thought you were unworthy to lead the crusade. He thwarted each one of his preposterous intrigues, now he has resolved to mutiny. Captain went to Nerosian to bring back an army, our supposed reinforcements. The moment you let them into the city, he'll order them to seize you. Once that's done,
Try to take command of the crusade in your place. The nerve. Foolish arrogance can you use as firewood. This army would never have to worry about keeping itself warm in the winter again. Very suggesting. Though the traitors must face retribution, what if treason has not yet overwhelmed them completely? Grant the captain a chance to gather his wits. Let us hold a memorial service in honor of the fallen crusaders. The reinforcements arrive, we'll invite them to join us in paying our respects to our comrades. Remembrance of the fallen is always important, which won't be much good to us right now. Main concern must be coming up with a way to avoid bloodshed among the crusaders. We introduce a new holiday, let's say the Day of All Good Gods. Greet the army at the feast, make sure the new arrivals sit at one of the table with their veterans, let them talk candidly, see that they're surrounded by brothers and sisters. The captain gives a senseless order, no one will have the heart to obey. Don't the traitors plan against them. Dresden will become a mousetrap. We let the traitors in, close the gates, block them into confined space, and we can demand they turn in the ringleader. We'll execute him in plain view of the troops. The good captain wants to play intrigue, I'll show him how it's done. A couple letters to the right people in Rosian, he'll never leave the city. That's true. Aaron would get him would trap him. The Dark Bonds Decree. All generals gain +1 to Mighty Servant. Oh, that's also really good. That's also just really good. +3 power. Military Exercise Decree. All generals gain a tactical superiority. All generals gain 50,000 EXP. 20% damage against infantry against cavalry against range. Oh, okay, so we just get the fucking weapon triangle for Fire Emblem. Great Commemoration. Random allied crusader army is recruited at the commander's headquarters. Oh. Feast of the Sacred Host. +1 Heavenly Ward feat for 30 days. Army size. Eh. I think Darren gets the best one. It's also repeatable, so I can just constantly get my power up. Children of the Treason. Debacle where I had with their name Mutiny. When I first became suspicious, all the traitors were close to the captain. Pity he didn't report these suspicions on the spot. I think it would be befit an adjutant to inform on his own superior. When I heard his speeches at the officer meeting, how he blamed you for suppressing the rightfully disgruntled traitors. These words put me on high alert. Captain left for Nerosia to oversee the arrangements regarding your new allies' support, made my way to his quarters, searched them. Captain left in a great hurry. Didn't even check to see if the letters he threw into the fireplace had been burned properly. There were just some charred scraps left, but what they said was enough to figure out where he was going. Queen has ventured into the whirlpool, why hasn't he followed her? We haven't heard a word from Her Majesty in a long time. We all can sense that, even if she's alive, it's unlikely she'll triumph. The Queen must be saved. We'll see the captain doesn't believe you're up to the task. No, that's not right. He's convinced himself that you were intentionally delaying the expedition to let her die. He hopes that once you've been disposed, he can bring all the remaining forces to her aid. What I find most tragic is that I understand the captain to some extent. Despite all his intrigue, deep down he's still a true knight. Just like any knight, he's fully devoted to his lady. Didn't you notice from the very start his loyalty was not towards you, nor the Crusader cause, but to Gallifrey, to her and her alone. When she set out for Iz, he desperately wanted to accompany her. His queen gave him a different task. Her man had to wait for Mendivian reinforcements at Dresden, form a secondary army. Only then could he move out in support of Gallifrey. When he arrived to command, I think it was a painful blow to him. Let's discuss our options in further detail. What's your plan, Sela? Choosing humanity over cruelty often proves to be a better way of handling disputes and problems. Soldiers are not at fault for being led by a criminal. Don't even know what he's up to. Before he gives the order to revolt, we'll see the army as welcome guests. We'll seat them next to each other. Seat them next to our soldiers. The two armies become one. Offer prayers to the gods to remind everyone the spirit of the crusade is more important than our trivial quarrels. Once that happens, even if the captain is foolish enough to issue his order, no one will comply. Your kind of plan, Sela, hinges on an extraordinary optimistic view of human nature. I, for one, believe that no matter what, the captain will certainly be foolish enough to give the order, and his troops will be foolish enough to carry it out. Rachel, what do you suggest? Army doesn't know what's following a traitor. He wants them to order them to arrest the commander. We'll be one step ahead. Turn the troops into Dresden, surround them, promise to spare their lives if they turn in Hermet. Then we can tell the warriors what sort of crime they were almost run into right before we execute the conspirator in public. We'll be grateful to you for sparing them for unknowingly being complicit in treason. Lessons like these, ones you pay for not with time or gold but with blood, these lessons are invaluable to both the soldiers and officers. Risky. What if he orders his troops to attack first? What if the troops listen to him? It'll be a slaughter. No, we need to defuse the situation carefully without resorting to direct confrontation. Plenty of acquaintances in Neurosian, some of them owe me favors. I can offer a lot to others. An army captain is not that big of a fish. Later or two, he'll vanish like he never existed in the first place. As for the nobles that'll help us, we'll have a nice shared secret, and secrets in common bring people together. Having friends in high places that are bound by spilt blood will open new possibilities for us. I believe that you and your cronies are unscrupulous enough to murder a captain of the Crusaders. What I find harder to believe is that you'll be able to pull it off in Rosian, the heart of Mendav, without getting caught red-handed. And if you do somehow get away with it, Crusade's command shouldn't be stoop to covert assassinations. Greet the advancing army with the morning bells toll. Step up toward them, invite them to join us in prayer, follow the fallen battle. Hermatin's plan is foolish, he is a man of honor. Help him come to his senses, think better of issuing a treasonous order. There's positive he's in the right. As soon as you take one step toward him, he'll command his forces to draw their weapons. Your plan amounts to surrender. See. I feel like Darren has the best one. More power means more magic damage, which is the strongest source of damage in Crusader mode. Uh, 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 yeah, I feel like this is just the best one. I think I'm gonna go with Darren, just having him killed off. We could have this, happy-go-lucky one and redeem him, or we could just have Darren kill him. um, I don't know. Uh, Alright. I don't know. I feel like Sila's is what my character would do, is the one thing. I'm already done Crusader mode, so I don't need to worry about stuff like that, right? I don't need to worry about the actual reward. I'm gonna go with my character, and he would do Sila's. Crusaders will not fight each other. Brotherhood of soldiers will not stand for bloodshed. My friend, I should like to request your help. Camillea's face remains calm, her voice trembles with excitement. Remember how much fun we had in Shinra? We went to the brothel together, had an excellent time. You enjoyed the little adventure of ours, didn't you? Maybe you shouldn't bring that up right now, Camellia. She licks her parched lips. Wish to invite you to go on another adventure with me. You would be opposed to escorting me to Canabris, my father's old mansion, the place where I spent my childhood. She lowers her voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Certain that this is the place where I shall finally be able to contact Maria. Why to Canabris specifically? Because it is what I want. Understand? My desire alone must be enough for you. Camille stops, shudder of fear across her face, and immediately hides it behind a modest smile. Seems lost control over myself. I apologize. For the past few days, I've expended a great effort trying to summon Maria. Make her talk. The exertion has taken its toll on me. Let me double check this. Yeah, okay. Gore Mansion in Canabris, where I grew up, is a special place. Wasn't extraordinary before. Is become so for me. It is there where I learned to communicate with spirits, embarked on the path of shamans, where I took Maria prisoner and bound her to my amulet. Positive this is where I shall finally manage to muster all my strength to break the wall Maria has built against me. What are we gonna do there? She'll try to find a comfortable place for meditation, summon Maria's spirit. Don't know how exactly this can be done. I believe I shall be able to figure it out once we're there. Alright, we'll go as soon as we have time. Thank you, my friend. I shall await your earliest convenience. Manage Crusader affairs. Then we got to bring Nenio with me as we go to Nameless Ruins, finish off Nenio's quest, which is apparently one of the most hated quests in the game, so that's going to be fun. Apparently it's the most hated quest in the game because of puzzles, though, so... Meeting with an ally. Members of the Integral Peculiar Alliance promise the Crusader leader has arrived. Call me Helper. Soldiers are telling stories about spirits come in times of need to introduce themselves as Helper. His rivals accompanied by ominous signs such as raining blood smell carrion, saves warriors, demands nothing in return. Provides trophy from the evil spirit. Elder Caustic and Necrotic Quarterstaff. 30,000 leadership. Reduction of losses feat. Knowledge for the Chosen One's feat. General has +3 power, Okay, huge. Hey, Ruchelay, go do that. When we joined forces with Ruchelay, the clerics soon found the spirit, told them that he used to be servant to the evil spellcaster, made him commit heinous deeds. His master's death, the spirit tried to atone for his sins. The cleric helped him purge himself of all evil and gratitude. Helper revealed his magical secrets to them. Common Ruchelay W. Logistics reform. Let's finish that one. This is 7 days to solve that. Alright, let's see what my ally doth have for me. Then we'll leave. We'll talk to Camellia about the bone amulet I mysteriously have in my inventory. Demon Lord Scotheth Beneth blows you a sensual kiss. There he is, my very favorite Mendev Crusader commander of all time. I admit I love reckless mortals. Never have seen such folly as when you decide to confront the world without your mythic power. I love such madness, so I want to support you in your suicidal campaigns. That you will not accept help from the Abyss, I know this much. They've come up with an interesting idea that is in no way connected to any of the planes. Several admirers among the leaders of the Aspis Consortium indulge their sins, cravings for forbidden pleasures, and they pray to me. If I tell them to, they will offer their support to the crusade. The best instructors for your warriors, superior equipment, gold, mercenaries, and all this to improve the public perception of the consortium, as they put it. Tempting, is it not? All units gain the Aspis equipment feat. The unit has a +2 bonus to strength, dexterity, +1 to attack, damage, +1 to AC. Aspis instructors, +4 constitution. Crusade morale increases by 10. Why you suddenly decide to help me manage the crusade? I'm usually called the patron of perverse pleasures. My interests are not confined to this. I also love madmen, jesters, and fools of all kind. Jesters, not gestures. The very best are true lunatics, and you proved yourself one beyond any doubt when you renounced your mythic power. Consider yourself lucky. In addition to 2 Demon Lord enemies, you have another as an ally. I swear my dear sister Nocticula will be furious when she finds out I'm helping you. Judging by your question, you have little idea of the power of the Consortium. They're like the evil twin of the Pathfinder Society, union of adventurers entirely unburdened by morality and interested solely in wealth and influence. And pleasure, of course. They've amassed a considerable fortune by traveling the world and adventuring. With this fortune, they have equipped a private army of mercenaries. Trust me, their combat instructors will teach their soldiers a few dirty tricks, and their armies are full of finest weapons, most expensive armor. Consortium agents don't pinch pennies when it comes to their personal equipment. They'll be the one using it. +2 strength, dexterity, attack, and damage. Yeah, fuck it. Let them share such delicious iron, you know. You and I will rob the Consortium. It's acquired its wealth by robbing everyone else. So my dark deed to help the Crusade is done. Let someone else pick up the slack from now on. Fortunately, there's no shortage of volunteers. The economy's voice of brimming with satisfaction. Commander, bring wonderful news. We're getting reports from all region Mendev. The nationwide political crisis has been resolved. Military detachments you sent across the regions have restored order, suppressing emerging riots. The entire country is impressed with how you managed to hold the demons back without reinforcements. I believe it's fair to say at this moment, Commander, your word carries the greatest weight in Mendev's politics. You can use this influence to accomplish something monumental. For example, you can organize a total military mobilization across the kingdom. What will you do with your newfound power? We need to remind Mendivians that the gods care for us. They give us the strength and wisdom to save the kingdom. Let us the people go to the temples, praise them, make donations, and pray. In dark times, we need all the faith we can muster. In many lands, the temples collect teeths. I have a fresh new idea. Why don't we turn this around and tax the temples? We can call it the tax of the righteous, and tell them the more pious the temple and its congregation, the more quiet it will be to collect it. We'll just have to see what wins, faith or greed. Equal rights for tieflings. Woljif, hands on hips, stares boldly at those around him. It's time to stop the oppression of our noble people by Bendivian society. Tales of no reason for persecution. Mobilization. Noble units reduced by 10%. Tieflings' rights. Mythic units increased by 15%. 5 energy income. Tax the righteous. Cost of building construction reduced by 50%. Glorification of the gods. All generals have learned the Judgment Day. All enemy army units D6 times power. That's not as good. Well, hold on. With a high enough power, that could be no. That's not very good. Let's see the council's opinions. Guys are bringing the political acumen. Celestial Mendivians on the gods before, haven't they? Was it not enough? It's enough when it was enough, which is why the gods did not let Mendev fall. When adversity passes, people breathe a sigh of relief, and then they leave the temple. It's just how it always goes. Even though the crisis of Mendev is behind us, our war rages on. Remind everyone the most terrible evil is yet to be defeated. Unite them around spiritual power instead of worldly authorities before. There's no one in Mendev more in need of respect than the gods? No one at all? Or are the gods like the most downtrodden bunch? Is that why you worry about them so much? Darren, are you sure there's no one in more need than respect of the gods? Darren, it's really time to do taxes, temple taxes? Normally you could never get away with something like that, but now, with the end of the crusade in sight, no one wanted to fight, so we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Find the new source of funding that we desperately need, have a grand old time, watching the priests being torn between the urge to appear holier than everyone else and the desire to pay less. You're like a child. For the sake of a joke you find humorous, you're advising the commander to go against fate. The only solace people have left in this war-ravaged land. Anyone left Mendev mobilized. There is a shirt. Everyone was here already. Mendev have died of famine. I'm not talking about people. Horses that can be commandeered for the needs of the army. Tools like reforged weapons. Apothecary stocks. Services provided by craftsmen, pillars, spellcasters, but they can serve the army in many ways. Then it's by enlisting. Woljif, explain your points. Woljif's speech is loud and surprisingly fluent, as if he has rehearsed it many times. We all know about the rampant oppression of tieflings and Mendev. It's like we are the demons here. We get no freedom, no respect, only humiliation and wallops. Got all our corns with the horned ones, am I right? What about rights? Oh, we've got those. Right to pay taxes, right to serve in the army. Is that fair? No. Should you feel ashamed? Hell yes. And if folks treat us nicely, you think we shouldn't show our gratitude? We're not just thieves, you know? We're merchants, guards, lawyers. I mean, clerics, paladins, mages. If Mendev followed their conscience, Think we tieflings would repay you for your kindness? Well, we would repay there. I said it. Someone please tell them that tieflings already have all the rights of Mendivian subjects. Or don't, actually. It's funnier this way. No, don't you go making a sucker out of me, alright? You think we don't understand that it's one thing to have these rights on paper that anyone can wipe their bottom with? But to have them for real, that's a whole different story. Based Wolchef. I'll hail the chief, our brethren will never forget this. You'll see, there are lots of decent tieflings in Aveston who are being victimized because of their heritage. Once they hear folks stop treating us like dirt here in Mendev, the place will be packed with them. Lowered voice, he mutters. Then we'll see who's going to spit on who. The first we met, I allowed my eyes to deceive me. Failed to discern within you an outstanding politician. You knew nothing of diplomacy, you were unaware of the power structure in Nerosia and beyond. You were driven by your uncanny intuition, and with it you saved Mendev and strengthened our ties with foreign allies. You have my respect. I wasn't a diplomat before this war, and I've become one now, but I think I'm beginning to understand politicians and their actions better. I'm convinced that the key is to never forsake your conscience. I don't think we have. Must admit, these council meetings weren't the worst moments of my life. They were almost entertaining. Seems you have the ability to make everything more interesting, be it waging war or hosting ambassadors. And I, like a true son of Mendev, even took part in deciding his fate. We shall see if posterity will curse us for it or sing our praises. Looks like politics isn't such a big deal after all. Just like the gangs in the street, apart from the cussing. Maybe we should be a diplomat after the war. It's been an honor and pleasure to advise you, Commander. However, I don't think you will need the council from here on out. Mendev stands strong, our allies are loyal and reliable, diplomatic council has served its purpose, you don't need it any longer. Lady Konami gets her... Not really gets her redemption, but still. Turns around. Stops being literally the worst. Actively undermining you. I love how obvious, by the way, how obvious it is that Harmattan's trying to undermine you constantly. Considering you have a perception check every single time. And then eventually... not even eventually, all of his suggestions also are negative. Hey, here's how you should deal with these guys who are trying to overthrow us. All the rewards, minus morale, minus morale, minus morale. Alright. Let's have this conversation with the bone amulet. Look what I found among my things. Amelia looks at the amulet before going away. Why are you showing me that frightful thing? Frightful? Well, I like it. She shrugs without saying anything. Powerful protective charms on it. Really? Well then wear if it's so wonderful. It's made out of bone like yours. So, you say that like it proves anything. You're the one who made this amulet hid among my things. What utter tosh. Why did you do it? I did not do it. Camille's eyes are boring to the floor, her cheeks slowly turning scarlet. It's just the bone amulet. Why are you tormenting me with it? Do you not like it? Well, throw it away, never mention it again. Thank you, your concern means a lot to me. I haven't the slightest notion of what you're talking about. Camille's eyes watch as you stow the amulet away. Still, I'd wear the thing if I were you. Extra protection can't hurt our adventures. Wouldn't you agree? Romancing Camille is funny. You cannot fix her. She makes me so much worse. Sitting on the top of my tower, on my right hand is a goblet of warmed wine, my left a bark covered notebook, breathing in the ash floating in the air. Wine leaves the bitter taste of soot in my lips. It's been about 100 years since I returned to Galarian from the Abyss, 100 years spent on research, hard work, or rare journeys. On the page of the notebook, the wisdom of elves, the cunning of the demon lord Baphomet are gathered here. There's the description of the purple crystal from Elushinra works and my own observations about Riftcarver, demon lord Discari's scythe. I know everything written in it by heart, but I keep paging through it all the same. Touching these pages makes me hopeful and strengthens my resolve. I've gathered everything I need to connect Galarian with another plane. Close to saving the smoldering embers of Galarian, hiding from Earthfall, just a little bit more, decade or 100 years, and everything will be ready for the ritual. Cold shiver runs down my spine and I smile. Chinese trying to get into my tower again. World of Ruins presents many opportunities for a thief. Forgotten ancient treasures left by their owners are there for the taking. These subjects aren't so precious nowadays. They can fetch a good price on other planes. So my friend suddenly continues to try and evade the protective traps in my tower. Ha! He got caught. Predictable. Tree guards safely entangled Kaini in the branches. You got to the 3rd floor of the tower today. Nice try. I smile. I sip my wine. Turn page of my notebook. My friend will have to wait a little longer before he's released. I'll finish my wine first. Tell me about Galarian. It's frightening here. Many people have perished. Cities have turned to ruin. A few who are still holding on fall deeper into degradation with each passing day, turning into barbarians or bandits. Not a week goes by without someone trying to attack my tower and rob me. My spells are strong. My guards are impeccable. Hungry and crippled. The riffraff leave my tower in search of easier pickings. Watch them go and feel no mercy. Deserve their fate. Should have fought like me. They chose the easy path to plunder. Why can you try to get into your tower? All this started with an innocent joke when I posted to him that my tower is now the safest place in Galarian, so I'd prove me wrong. It's 20 years since then, and now, become a very long-running joke. Once every few years, Kanye tries to get to my tower secretly, steal something from me. My precious book of research notes, Heart of the Tower, Herbal Crystal of the God Shinra. I play along, truly happy every time my friend comes to visit, but deep down I start to worry. Kanye takes the goblet from my hands, not in a rush to drink it. You will learn so much if you didn't sit here guarding your secrets, he says to me. I smile. Not every secret must belong to the world, my friend. Precious stones lose their shine when they pass through 100 hands. In the same way, knowledge is distorted, truth turns into tall tales. This is why I sit in my tower guarding what I have created and what I have obtained from others. My friend only shrugs, stops talking, dissatisfied with my answer. I start to think. When did Kaini and I drift apart? He blames me for dragging my feet, says I should have opened a rift to the other planes as soon as I returned to Galarian. That's too late. The jewels of our civilization have already perished, and soon the rest will too. Thinks we've lost, and now my research is simply dangerous. I don't answer his reproaches, for they are somewhat fair. Could have tried to slave Galarian 100 years ago, when Articulum, a former lady in Shadow, upheld her part of the bargain, decrypted Baphomet's notes, but instead of fulfilling the goal I set for myself, decided to spend a little more time on research and preparation. It'll take a year, I told Kenny back then, but after a year I needed 2 more, and then 10 more years. The world was falling apart around me, I still linger. Storyteller frowns. Why are you taking so long to take the planes? I don't know. My actions are unclear even to myself, seem to have burned out. What do people strive in Galarian and realize I don't want to save them anymore? Who needs a handful of rabble who have already forgotten how to write and get by with a vocabulary of 30 words? I haven't abandoned my idea. I'll see it through sooner or later as my life's work. Can't abandon it, but not now. Why is he against opening the portal now? Fred thinks it's too late, that my experiment merging the planes will be dangerous for the entire universe. Who knows what consequences the merging will have on the plane I choose? What will happen if I merge Galarian with Heaven or Earth, and Earthfall happens to it too? Before, when Galarian civilizations were still fighting, together we could overcome surmounted Earthfall's consequences. Now, there's no doubt that only war and death await us after we merge planes. Changed. Thought about it many times. Over the years he spent on Galarian, my friend gradually lost the fire in his eyes. His opinion became more and more careful, stopped rushing into the adventure life offered him. He got old. We both understand that his life as a half-elf is almost over, and now he still has 700 years to live. We realize that soon we must part forever. This thought keeps us from talking like we used to, making plans for the future. Kini seems distant. The double thing is, I don't feel sad. I accept our parting as a given, condemn myself for this, can do nothing about it. Can you believe me? I'll drink a goblet of warmed wine to remember him, and I'll return to the laboratory to continue my research. My friend has become a stranger to me. It happened, what I had been expecting for the last 10 years, what I was ready for. Kaini, my friend, took advantage of my hospitality, stole my research notes. They contain the knowledge I gathered over the years of the most dangerous sources, and I have only partially deciphered them. Some of that knowledge will now be lost forever. Didn't even leave a goodbye note, he just left, never to return. I'm standing at the top of the tower with a goblet in my hand. There's no anger, no sadness in my soul. Just doomed emptiness and fatigue. From my lips to the wine tastes nothing. We go our separate ways from here, my former friend. You used to adore our friendship, looking for approval in your eyes. Now it's become a burden. Dried out like a shriveled orange peel, and held deeply, filling my lungs to toss the wine from the goblet. Entering the laboratory, I open a secret door, take out the real notes, not the skillfully crafted decoy I put for Kini. I'll finish my life's work, emerge the planes, even if there's no longer any point. Can't do otherwise. I feel exhausted suddenly, like I'm feeling the entire weight of all the years I've lived. There's not the end of my story, no, there's secrets of my past that you're yet to uncover. The bound of possibility. This cloak allows Legend to re-roll any skill check and take the best result from both throws. Okay. It just gives you advantage if you're Legend. That's a W. An undeniable W. Like a Wendwog. She smiles when she sees you. Can I help you with something? Okay, so she has nothing new to say.
We do it my way.
We're going to want Nenio, which means sorry, Arushale. Right. We can fucking recruit. No, we can't. Why does it tell me? Oh well. Well, I'm not going back there anytime soon, so... I can teleport there, so that's not the biggest deal. Still, I guess we'll upgrade you. Teleport circle. Gonna throw shit in there because I actually don't care. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Gonna grab some water. So give me a minute. I'm back. We're gonna go, instead of going to Nenio, we're gonna do Emilia first. Nah. Oh. L. Imagine losing to a guy named Piltwell. Why did it spawn me in the middle of Canabras? Weird. Oh boy, I have a lot of levels to give Nenio. Um...
Plasma Web. And Wizard 10 Lore Master. Okay. I see Prison. Collective. Bird. Crit. Rogue Secret. Combat Trick. Play Shop. Why is that not recommended? It's still good for any Raycaster. Dazzle Putrefaction. Oroco. Go entirely into intelligent. Hellfire Ray. Enlightening. Greater Spell Focus. Spell Focus. Conjuration. Combat Feat. Ray. I don't really think that's super useful, but I don't care. Level 7 spells. Caustic Eruption. Firebrand. Old Person Mass. Our World Blind. Prismatic Spray. True Seeing Communal. Banishment. The problem with high-level spells in this game is they fall apart in this game because it's like they're hit die based and stuff like that, and then enemies just don't care about that. Or they have ridiculous will saving throws. Stuff like that.
Are we 15? Patient. Rift of Ruin. Stormbolt. Sea Mantle. Sea Mantle's personal, though. Sorry, I just sneezed a bunch. Sunburst. I'll take Rift of Ruin. Okay, next point, though, not into intelligence, because 25 is the same as 24. Array. Like Sunburst. We have more intelligence now, so we have another point. Did I take Spell Pen and Greater Spell Pen? I did.
Oh, yes, what?
What mythics did I take? Okay, so I took Expanded Arsenal Magical. Okay. I wish I took Spell Focus Mythic. Something else. But that's fine. It's weird. Icy Prison Mass. Heroic Invocation. Tsunami. Never flat-footed. 2 insight to AC and reflex saves. Point blank shot for better ray. Blast. Disintegrate. Fire snake. Oh, Firestar, I'm not here. Cleric spell. Take Firestar. Flashing rocks, why not? Dominate monster, hold monster mass. Alright, Nenio's leveled.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Let's also do this. What do you want? Favorite metamatic. Collective. Um, if I had the foresight, I would have done that anyway, right? Then here that needs to be selective. He's already selective by default. Roko. Collective. 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 One with greater invisibility is everyone's fucking got true seeing. Selective fireball. Selective spiked pit. Characters got that. Selective pit. Honestly, I'll just take Hideous Laughter. His best joke, so Hideous Laughter goes hard. Also, I just have better skills at this. Alright.
I welcome your company.
Rely on me.
He's invisible. Lady Camellia, welcome home. We have been expecting you. Camellia looks at the servant for a few months bemused. You have been expecting me? Indeed, my lady. Lord Gorm orders you be sent to him as soon as you arrived. Man is permitted to follow you. Must ask your other companions to wait here. Refreshments will be served. What's going on here? I'm curious. Argus is here and waiting for me. How did he know? Forgive you for being unable to answer your question. These are the precise instructions received from Lord Gorm this morning. Do you know this man, Camellia? Never set eyes on him before. Through my position here relatively recently, hired specifically to serve Lord Gorm in his mansion in Canebras. Why can't my companions come in too? Most specific requests, cannot speak for his reasons. Let's assume the conversation will be of most delicate nature. Let's acquiesce to Argus's request. I wish to make a scene before we really understand what's going on here. Do you manage to fully repair the mansion? Indeed we have. Fortunately, the mansion was almost unharmed. Many items survived the attack. Lord Gorm was able to find comparable replacements for those that didn't. Better look for Gorm. We say Camellia will have no trouble finding him. Please do come in. I'm expecting this. Let the mansion be empty, pick the bones by marauders. We're standing at all. City fully restored and inhabited. We'll be extremely polite to keep our host waiting. Let's go have a chat with Daddy Dearest. Hey. Checking real quick. Okay.
My skills are absolute. I'm always ready.
Stop clicking him. I'm trying to move with him. I'm trying to move, not... Whatever.
Follow if you dare.
You're my first mentor.
There's something here.
I hope.
Why is there a trap right away, Camellia? This room of your old mentor. This is the room of my first mentor. Take a look around if you want to. I'm sure you can find many of the curious tools and devices she used during her lessons. They runs her fingers over bundled whips and floggers packed neatly in a drawer, touching each of them with care. Remember them all. This one makes thin wounds on the skin like a razor blade. That one shreds skin to pieces. As for that one, the black one, doesn't leave any marks on the skin at all. Deals so much pain your head spins. Why is your mentor so cruel to you? Don't know. Perhaps the old hag was once trained in the same way. Perhaps she simply hated me. Besides, in her eyes, I was not the daughter of a noble family, merely some urchin the Honorable Horgus Gorm decided to take in off the street. Why did Horgus allure the Varisian woman to treat you like that? She moved into this house a few years after my mother's death. Horgus often had to go to Canebras on business. gonna go out of Canabris on business. Gave me into the care of that old shaman, hoping she would teach me to keep the spirits on a short leash. Old hag must have known what she was doing was illegal. She was very good at hiding evidence of her teaching. Always made sure to heal my scars by the time my father came back. Varisian didn't even last 3 months here, as she wheezed and plunged my stiletto into her throat, and her eyes shocked and terrified in equal measure. Old Croner never suspected a 6-year-old girl could be capable of such a thing. Why is Horgus keeping all these things around here? Because I asked him to. I wanted to remember the pain, both the pain that Varisian dealt to me and the pain I paid back to her. Hatred I felt towards her lives in me to this day. As I enter this room, my hand starts to tremble, my heart starts to pound, as if it's trying to jump out of my chest. The burning hatred is my most vivid childhood memory. She licks her parched lips. Let's get out of here.
I'm off.
To the basement. Didn't go here before, that's for sure. Boots of Free Reign. Plus 10 speed and... Okay, so it's just better version of Freest Reign. I have Boots of Free Reign. This is Boots of Freer Reign. Well, that means someone else can get Boots of Free Reign. Saying goes, every killing me is a few skeletons in this closet. In my case, all the skeletons are hidden in the cellar. Amelia smiles fleetingly at her own joke. This place holds special significance for me, because it's where I killed those thugs who tried to rob Horgus' mansion. They were caught off guard, sacrificed in Maria. This is where they were buried. I find it hard to believe he allowed you to kill people just like that. Then he had no choice. He cannot cure me of the spirit's influence, no matter how hard he tried, nor could he hand me over to the authorities of Canabris. Because then I would have certainly declared myself to be his illegitimate daughter, revealed all of his secrets to the world. I would have stained the glorious name of Horgus Gorm, my papa values even more than his own life. Because he could have killed me and buried me right here in the cellar, she shrugs hesitantly. No idea why he didn't do it while I was a little girl. He could overpower me. Nevertheless, I can assure you that all my victims buried here were hardened criminals and thugs. No one shed a tear when they never returned from the Gorm mansion that night. Many skeletons buried in the cellar. Not as many as you may have assumed. Just the 2, not counting the Varisian. Lily's heart dead around the room as if she was trying to make sure there's nothing that will give away her secret. How many? I don't believe you. What hard evidence do you have to support your doubts? However you wish to make sure I'm telling you the truth, feel free to dig. Take a shovel and dig. Do not expect me to sit here obediently waiting for you to finish. Much more in advance. Horgus buried all the victims as deep as he could.
I do what I must.
Okay.
I'm gone. We do it my way.
Garden.
Follow if you dare.
Camellias. I see they're still blooming. Camellias never stop blooming. My father's orders, the garden must have camellias bloom all year long. Whatever the season, whatever the weather, why does he even bother? What do you think? The grave. You're right. Wasn't that hard to guess, was it? I didn't see how easy it was. There's a grave of my mother Iris. She died when I was a child. Can scarcely remember her. I don't understand. Why would he tend to this grave all these years? Why would he plant camellias over it? My father's never shown any tendency towards sentimentality. When he turns away, I hate these flowers.
I'm off.
Ooh, once again, unmuted while holding
I
tab.
do what I must.
Be another
It's
grave,
time
apparently.
to act.
Oh. Over of camellias that bloom all year long. Must be matching well, I'm telling you.
Second floor. What's in here?
I am helpful. Am I not?
Interesting.
Welcome to my room, my friend. With an inscrutable smile, Camille looks around. As much to apologize for the mess, because the servants were ordered to clean this room. Do you have anything to say about the place where I spent my formative years? There are bars on the windows. Turns to the windows, look at them closely as seen for the first time, and she shrugs. They were always here. Moved to this room immediately after my mother died, and this is where I stayed, living only on rare occasions. His darling pop was afraid I would slip out with him knowing. Foolish man, if I'd ever really wanted to escape, no bars on the windows could have held me. Looks too big for a child, never thought about it. Better was mine from the very beginning. Countless dresses in the closet, bouquets of flowers on the windowsill, sumptuous meals the servants used to bring me. Those the servants must have been whispering about me in dark corners, trying to understand why the strange girl was living here in the lap of luxury. Never cared much about their gossip. Besides, Horgus changed servants as often as he changed gloves, and none of the staff were ever here for very long. We stopped reading, books over entirely new words to me, as I could visit them without leaving my chair. There's a looking lock on the door. Only Horgus himself and the mansion's head guard had the key to this lock. Even the servants had to call one of them to open the door so they could bring in my lunch. Sometimes I was allowed to leave the room to take a stroll in the garden or to attend a fencing class with a specially hired teacher. Sometimes Horgus even took me into the city where there were festivities, or if a trade caravan had arrived from faraway lands. Every time he did it, he made a promise that he would keep within 10 paces of him in old times. A promise. Pah, as if that could ever stop me. Apparently I have to choose option 2. Live surrounded by luxury and care. I wanted for nothing. In fact, we had an enviable life. That you understand me, my friend. Being was always romanticized in books and songs. Artists love to glorify it. Most of them live in penury. They're beautiful ideals, to be sure, and I would happily read about them after yet another delicious dinner ensconced in my soft, warm bed. Amelia turns to you, her cheeks flushed. You know me better than anyone else to feel that. She stops short and looks away. Suppose this conversation will have to wait. First, we must go on. Voracious Spirit. Killing blow gains one of the next following stacking bonuses. Plus 10 temporary hit points. Plus 1 bonus to AC. Plus 1 fortitude. Plus 1 saving throw. Will saving throw.
I'm gone.
I think those are all the areas we could go to the first time through. We're sure to find Horgus in his secret study. Camilla looks at parched lips. Before we enter, I should ask you one question, if you don't mind. You know our family's history better than anyone else in the world. Tell me, what do you think of Horgus as a father? Whether or not he is a terrible father, you are certainly a terrible daughter. Okay, none of the options here matter. Uh, uh, okay, so uh, Okay. Okay. I don't know if there's any father in the world worse than him. That's what you think. Camille's gaze wanders the room, never resting on anything particular. Why are you asking? No special reason. Turns a distracted gaze, and he just want to know your opinion of my father before I meet him face to face. Well, hello, father. Orgus raises his head and stares vacantly at his daughter for several moments. He nods, strains a gulp before him, a single huge gulp. Can smell the sour reek of stale alcohol in the air. Hello, Camellia. So you finally came, you even dragged the commander along. Expected that you wouldn't come here alone. I've been wondering when you would finally show your face here. I always thought you that extremely impolite to be late for an appointment. She wrinkles her nose in disgust. Papa, you stink. I believe you'll forgive me this weakness under the circumstances. And if you don't, you can always leave. I won't stop you. The door's right over there. We're expecting us. This isn't a chance meeting. It was not you I was expecting, although I thought you might put in an appearance. I was waiting for Camellia. Some time ago, I received a letter from my beloved daughter. She invited me to meet her here at my mansion in Canabras. Came as quickly as I could. Been here several days, waiting for my dearest daughter to arrive. Don't tell me you knew nothing about this meeting. Could be that my sweet girl has you wrapped around her little finger. She tricked you into coming here to watch the spectacle unfold. Little minx. What you do after I left for the Abyss? Left Dresden as soon as the Queen took hold of the reins of the government. Now they respected Queen, or dear Queen Gallifrey. It was you I had followed into the crusade, not her. For whatever reason, did not believe her queen will succeed in her attempts to defeat the wound. So I moved to Nerosian, while my mansion Canabras was under renovation. None of that matters anymore. Good to meet you here. Surprised, very ears for me. I knew the moment I received her letter why she wanted to meet me. Wants to talk to spirits, does she? How can you spend so much time with my talented daughter without realizing that whenever Camellia wishes to talk to a spirit, it always involves murder. No idea what kind of... Murder. No idea what kind of spirit she has in that bone trinket, or I would have want so much blood. Orgus takes a huge gulp from his goblet, immediately refills it again. You do know that Camellia killed 5 people while she lived under this roof, did you? First, her mentor, an old Varisian woman, then 4 more. Well, they were thugs, bandits, murderers. They had it coming, to tell the truth. They broke into this mansion seeking to rob us. It's Canabras for you, border city with all kinds of riffraff looking about. My guards caught them, tied them up, tossed them in the cellar. Never reported the breaking to the authorities. Why bother? Those thugs would have been executed anyway. Our enemies made short shrift of such rabble. Orgus belches nicely. The things Camellia did to them down the cellar, I never saw myself, only heard it. Then later, when I buried their corpses, felt relieved I was not in their place. Why'd you condone Camelia's inclinations? Why'd you protect her secret? Why cover up the murders? Camellia is the daughter of Hergus Gorm. Daughter, true daughter, my blood. Though I may have concealed the fact from society, as she's special, unusual, very sensitive to the world around her, whose fault is it that the damn spirits drove her insane? I know nothing about spirits, never talked to them myself. Camellia, she's naturally gifted, she understands them. Says we have a chance to learn how to close the world moon once and for all. The end justifies the means, doesn't it, Commander? What is a father to do? Orgus sighs heavily. His shoulders slump as if weighed down by a burden he's been carrying for many years. Bloodline of Orgus Gorm cannot be broken, and I have no other heirs. Amelia, what's going on here? She remains silent, can't see her face, hear her breathing shallow and fast, her shoulders rising, falling jerkily, her right hand is trembling. Explain! Jolt slightly turns to you. Her eyes seem to look right through you, her lips are parted, and rasping breath reminds even animals growl. Right hand is clutching a thin stiletto, seems to have come out of nowhere. Isn't it obvious? Olga stands up heavily from the table, approaches daughter, stumbling a little. She's finally come to take my life. I've been waiting for this moment since the day it all began. I knew it would come. Of course, I hoped Camellia would placate his spirit somehow. Perhaps the commander would close the world wound and put an end to all these sacrifices. Too late for that now. I'm ready to die. My whole life is a lie. It does not even feel like mine, but someone else's. I did everything I could to ensure the name of Orgus Gorm would go down in history and his bloodline live on. I've had to lie and cover up crimes along the way. Well, the time has come to pay the piper, and if my death helps someone cover the secret of closing the world wound, well, it's not the worst way to go. Or it gulps. Before you do what you came here to do, Camellia, let me reveal my final secret to you. Camelia's voice sounds alien, unfamiliar. Hoarse, low, gravel, crunching underfoot. Talk. Your mother, Iris, genuinely loves you, Camellia. After she saw how you killed that pup in the garden, she started to worry about you. It was she who insisted on the doctors and the psychics and the exorcists. They all examined you, nothing helped. You kept on killing animals. Neighboring cats, stray dogs, told us stories about the spirits whispered in your ear. Iris didn't believe you really had a special ability to communicate with the spirits. She didn't think you were gifted, but I did, as if a daughter of Orgus Gorm could be no more than a lunatic. Several years passed like that, several very grueling years, for Iris more than myself. And then one night, entered your room, saw Iris leaning over your bed with a pillow in her hands, pushed her away from you, it was dark. She stumbled, hit her head on the corner of a cabinet. Buried her in the garden, planted a flower bed of camellias over her grave. Thank the gods you remember nothing of that horrible night. Now you know everything. Killed Camelia's mother? It was an accident. I was prepared to do it, and I would do the same again if I had to. Bloodline of Horgus Worm cannot be broken. Forgive me, Camellia. Forgive me for keeping you locked away. Forgive me for never acknowledging you as my daughter. Forgive me for depriving you of your mother and never being able to replace her. I've said everything. I'm ready. You killed my mother? You decided to tell me that now? Camelia's whisper sounds like the hissing of a venomous snake. Why? To unburden your soul? To show me how you protected me back then? Maybe you're hoping I'll hesitate before I stab you in your disgusting heart? You're trying to make me weep for my mother, the innocent victim. I don't give a damn about her. The bitch wanted me dead and she failed. Good riddance, I say. I don't give a damn about you either, Horgus Squirm. I don't care about your bloodline or about any excuses you can come up with. You really think I couldn't have escaped your mansion if I'd wanted to? You never acknowledged me as your daughter. It was no skin off my nose. You wanted to marry a noblewoman to continue the Worm line. Well, that was your own affair. Provided me, for me, didn't try to stop me communicating with the spirits. Never wanted anything more from you. But now I don't need you anymore. I admit you have Kusakil who will protect me and hide me from justice if it comes to it. For you, you're just garbage left over from my former life, and it's time to dispose of you. Stiletto trembles in Camille's hand. She grips the handle so tight, her knuckles turn white. Stiletto freezes in front of Horgus Worm's heart. Camille licks her parched lips. Secret for a secret, Horgus. Dreamed of doing this for a long time. I've dreamed of this without even realizing it was my heart's desire. You're always near, my protector, my patron. How could I even entertain the thought of killing you? The forbidden fruit, so much sweeter. Stiletto softly pierces his chest. Flinches, involuntary moan bursts from his lips. Foul breath hits Camille. She doesn't even wince. Her eyes drink in every grimace of pain on her father's face. Can you feel that? Just one little stab, and your life starts to bleed out. My stiletto has pierced your heart, now it withers, impaled like a butterfly on a pin. If I drag the stiletto out now, you'll die quickly. If I keep it in, you'll suffer longer. Perhaps even choke on your own blood. So which should I choose, Stiletto plunges into his chest, right up to the handle, coughs, blood bubbling out in his lips. The last vestiges of his strength, he stands before Camellia, looks her straight in the eye. Do you have anything to say, or do you think you can maintain some dignity even at the end? Do you think you have it in you? She rips the stiletto out of his chest, only to stab him again. You're garbage. Get out of my life. Stiletto plunges into Horgus Worm again and again until his chest begins to look like a bloody mess. Die! Die once and for all, Horgus Worm! Yeah? Holy. It's all over now. I've rid myself of my past. I suppose I should feel happy. Why then do I feel so tired? Camilla gets to her feet and smooths her tousled hair. It was all over too quickly, don't you agree, my friend? As if something was missing. It's like having sex without climaxing. The end result is naught but exhaustion. Perhaps it's because Horgus did not try to resist. Camilla taps her chin with her finger pensively. You need to wait. Doesn't matter. Let's have some more fun, shall we? Maria really crave Horgus's blood, or was it you who wanted it? Yes, and yes. Maria and I are one. Her desires and my desires have become quite inseparable at this point. I just didn't. Perhaps I wanted to surprise you. Perhaps I was worried you tried to talk me out of it. Really talk to Maria. Ready, one last step, one final drop. What do you have in mind? Did it bring me some small amount of pleasure? Of course, it's not enough. I want to make up for lost time, at least like never before, to celebrate my ultimate liberation. There are an awful lot of servants in this mansion. Gather them all in the garden, feed Maria with their blood together, you and I. Never done this with another friend before until now. You've only been an observer. I want my first time to be with you, my friend. Um, um, Good enough? Arrogant expression emerges from Cornelius' face. Right, do you have to tell me what to do? I do not break free from Orgus's tyranny and return to you. I am free now, I shall do as I please. Besides, it is Maria's will. Paltry 10 servants, and we shall be able to get through to her at last. Price is reasonable. Bid you to kill from innocent people, ignore my order and you'll regret it. You're ordering me to not to kill? Humility touches the amulet on her chest. She speaks slowly, choosing every word carefully. I think I should obey your order, but not want to quarrel with you, my only friend. Our future tryst means more to this than this little adventure. Um...
Uh. Okay. This effect. Uh. Uh. Ah, that's not helpful. Unhelpful. It's always unhelpful. Uh. Okay. Unhelpful. Although the corner must say something private, something for your ears only.
So, here we are. Just the two of us.
He shivers from sudden chill, looks around with haunted eyes.
I brought you here to tell you something in private. Something that must remain between us. Something that I've never told anyone before.
Gives you a searching look.
You haven't always supported me, my friend. And sometimes it was hard for me to accept some of your decisions. And yet, we have come a long way together. Besides that, you know my secret. You are very good, I'll give you that.
You challenging look.
But to be the best, one must prove one's supremacy at every opportunity. You will get one such opportunity very soon. Still,
Bites her
I
lip.
must confess to you.
Uh-huh.
I hope you will find it within yourself to try to understand me. There is no Maria. I made her up.
Melina takes the amulet from around her neck, stares into the eyes of the bone snake for a while, and turns her gaze on you. But why?
Isn't it obvious? To have a reasonable explanation for all the murders. So that my protector would be too busy thinking of our bright future to
It was
lecture me
obvious.
on morality and decency.
It was kind of obvious.
I like to kill. I don't simply want it. I need it. It is something deep within me. My desire is like an annoying fly buzzing around a room. One that cannot be seen or swatted away.
Considered cognitive behavioral therapy.
But the deaths of enemies on the battlefield don't bring me any relief. It comes only with the deaths of those who considered me a friend. The deaths must be unexpected, so that I can see the disbelief and dread in my victims' eyes. But I am a clever girl. I know that society would never condone my unconventional desires. So I invented a nice story that I could feed to those who would protect me from society. As you may have noticed, my lie has worked remarkably well.
I suspected you were lying to me.
Did you? You hid your true thoughts from me very well. You are an excellent liar. Perhaps even better than I am. My sincerest congratulations.
That was a
Of
lie.
course it was. After you and I visited the brothel in Alashanira, I felt an unexpected and overwhelming desire to see my dear sweet papa. So as soon as we returned to Dresden, I made some inquiries and learned that he had moved to Nerosian. I sent him a letter inviting him to meet me at his mansion in Canabris, and that's when I asked you to accompany me. I decided it would be best not to disclose the true purpose of our visit to you. If you had known that Horgus would be waiting for us here, you might have discerned my intentions.
Why have you said to tell me all this now?
Ah, that's a good question. You would have learned the truth sooner or later, you know. I've told you too many stories about Maria. You never would have let the matter lie. Of course, I could have left, fled in the dead of night, leaving you a farewell note. But I like traveling with you, my friend. I like feeling the power you've shared with me. That
I've
is
also
why I
rejected that
decided to
power,
take
so
the
you no
risk
longer get
and
it.
open up to you.
Hell, I guess. Where do you draw your power from then?
I draw it from the spirits, just like all shamans do. Spirits surround us. They are everywhere, even within the world wound. Only they never beg me to save them or try to tell me how to heal Socorus. To be honest, I couldn't care less about Socorus, the world wound, or the crusade. My sphere of interest lies elsewhere.
Story behind your amulet.
This?
Wait, fiddles with the bone snake in her
Once a
hands.
snake crawled into our garden. I killed it, gutted it, dried out its bones, and then I told Horgus about Maria and asked him to decorate the amulet with gold and make it into a necklace. Despite its mundane origins, it is now imbued with magic that hides me from the prying eyes of Iomede's paladins and inquisitors. Daddy Dearest was quite insistent on that point. Clearly, he feared that if I were ever caught, I would reveal all the dirty secrets of the Gwyrms to the world. But now that I'm with you, I have no need of this amulet anymore.
Did she
Do I?
finally equip an
No
actually
one would
useful mech?
dare lay a finger on a companion of the Crusade Commander.
I've heard enough.
Is the interrogation over? Good. I was beginning to feel rather bored. So, what is your verdict, my friend?
I'll accept you as you are because that's what friends do.
And also because you like having sex with me.
Camilla gives you a fleeting smile.
Thank you for hearing me out, for understanding and accepting me. I must confess, I was a little worried about how this conversation would go. I have no more secrets from you, I promise.
Camille's lips form a slight smile.
Provided, of course, that you can still believe my promises.
She can finally put something useful in there. You know what? You can equip that one. Why not? So you don't really land killing blows. Swarm Bane class, natural armor, deep roots. Mighty Fist is not useful for her. Oh, she has no fortitude. Shit class fortitude. Give her the reflex, but she has enough. She has no constitution versus the amount of dexterity she does have. And the haste bonus. only plus 11 from my blast bonus. Yeah, big fortitude, no reflex and will from fighter, fighter. You get big fortitude, big reflex from bloodseeker. Will. I forgot I gave her points in the section. That's fun. For lore. For RP, for that's why. For RP. Okay, let me quick save here. Actually, full save here. I think I'm going to call it here. I said today was going to be a short one because the power out. The power outage I had before starting stream. It's funny, it went out literally, like, minutes before I was going to wake up and start stream. Like, 10 minutes before I was supposed to start stream. The power went out for 2 hours. But I have stuff to do. I'm tired, hungry, you know. It is what it is. We're gonna start tomorrow with Nenio's quest. And then, retake is. That should be everything. Well, I guess we have the Blade Master. It, Finnean's Blade Master, and then is. But yeah. We're basically done chapter 5. And then it's everything that taking is unlocks, and then it's finishing the game. Right? So, not much left to this game. Probably 2 more days. Either a big one tomorrow, or 2 normal ones. Back to back. Regardless, though, that's it for me today. Thanks everyone, shut up. I appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow around the usual time. I see my fucking power doesn't go out. 1 p.m. Eastern. With more Pathfinder King, Wrath of the Righteous, not Kingwing. Remember to join the Discord. If you want to keep up to date with my streams, the best way to do that is to join the Discord. The only place I post going live announcements, updates, delays, cancellations, except for when my power is out, my phone won't work. To post in Discord about how my power isn't out. But yeah. It's also a place for game recommendations. If you have any game recommendations, which I'm always looking for, post them there. Also, just a good place to hang out. But yeah, remember to join the Discord. Panel below the stream will take you there. Another panel below the stream will take you to my VOD channel, where I have all sorts of past content. Anti-Do Drew's Day, Disco Elysium, Yakuza 7 and 8, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and so much more. There's so much of my past content that's on that VOD channel, so if any of it sounds interesting at all, check it out. Regardless, though, thanks everyone to shut up. I appreciate it. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, night, wherever it may be with your time zone. Hope you have a good one. Bye.